Coming up next, All Guts So Gory presents our very first fan pick. We ask you, the listeners, to drop us a line, let us engage with you. Nicole in Fort Lauderdale did just that and asked us to cover a film of her choice for her birthday. Hugh Grant, if you're listening, Nicole's a huge fan of yours, and like maybe a billion other women, is so in love with you. She loved you in Bridget Jones's Diary. We loved you in the film we're about to cover. Happy birthday, Nicole. All Guts So Gory presents Heretic.
Mr. Reed, you mentioned you might be interested in learning more about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
We need to return to the church.
The door won't open. You'll have to exit through the back of my house.
So which door?
It's a simple choice. Belief or disbelief.
What happens if we choose the wrong door?
Should I request a drum roll?
We just need to go home.
We were just getting started, weren't we?
The mad and macabre.
Oh, what monster could have done this?
I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Live or die. Make your choice.
Wake up, little girl.
Playtime's over.
You don't know what death is.
Sliced and diced.
Welcome to the All Guts So Gory podcast. Our conversation today is on Heretic from the year 2024. I'm joined by Charlie and Justin. First question, gentlemen.
And you are Mike.
Yeah, I'm Mike.
Mike. Hey, Mike.
First question. What is the only true religion? You didn't know there was going to be a test, did you?
Control.
It's control. Correct,
well,
Charlie.
It is control.
Whiskey.
I was going to go whiskey.
Isn't it ironic that a fan of our show asked us to cover a favorite horror movie of theirs and we just do it? We didn't choose to do it. We're doing it because Nicole wanted us to do it.
We thought
she knew we were going to do it.
Yeah.
For real, though. This is our first fan pick episode, and while we're green, we can maybe do a couple of these a year. The basis of our show is like a trip down memory lane. Walking into a video store, and on the shelf is Justin's picks, is Charlie's picks, is Mike's picks. Maybe connect with one of those employees based on common interests. We're not going to stray from that often, but we're not above fan service either. I mean, if no one listens, does it exist? All right, let's get into it.
If a podcast is recorded in the forest and no one hears it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I won't put you guys on the spot or anything. As religion, this is a very religion-heavy film, and I was always taught not to talk about religion. So, Justin, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?
Next question, please.
I'm more of a Ahura Mazda guy. Which
is that a car?
No, that is the god in Zoroastrianism.
Is that a van?
The very first monotheistic religion, which he doesn't even cover.
Well, because it's not the OG.
Oh, it is.
But
it's older.
The OG, but maybe it fell below that percentage.
There's none left. That's why.
Actually, I did go through some religious stages. I mean, we're not going to go too deep into it, but I think
tell us everything.
A few times I may have accepted
We're going to judge you.
I mean, I've said that I was raised in a cult, but I'm atheist now. So
yeah,
I mean,
Charlie's brave like that.
Yeah.
I definitely respect that. Is going to be the political answer, but I respect everybody's right to have their religion, and so don't take it away, Mike.
No, I'm
right.
Not
Don't tread on them.
No, it's super useful in just calming people's nerves, I think, and that the line at the end. I don't want to jump too much on it, but when Sister Paxson is talking about how beautiful she thinks it is that we pray for each other, even though we know deep in our hearts that it's not, changing
effective.
the outcome. Right. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. I don't practice a religion, but I'd hate to
practice Santeria.
I'd hate to I'd hate to die. And then you're standing there at the pearly gates like, oh, fuck, it's real. Holy shit.
Mike is what we call it. Justin Kaser.
Wait. No, I believe now. It's okay. Right.
Exactly.
You love everyone, don't you?
What's cool about Mormonism, from what I know, is there's kind of a waiting room that everybody goes into, and they're given the opportunity to learn and then choose. So that's kind of cool. It's like an inclusive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, you feel like going to?
I don't know. It's a form of control.
Right.
Gives you the illusion of you are in control.
Right.
So let's talk about Heretic. Came out in the year 2024.
Whoa, I thought we were doing Hereditary.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You guys had that.
I totally watched 5 minutes of Hereditary.
You had me
like,
thinking now I've
Jesus
said
Christ.
Hereditary this whole time. Like, wait, it is Heretic, right?
The timing of it too, like Hereditary didn't come out that much before Heretic, so like I always interchange.
Yeah,
did, like
came out
4
like
years,
7
5
years. It was like 2018. Hereditary.
Sure.
Hereditary.
I'm already on IMDb.
Are we already calling Google?
Charlie, remind Justin.
Right.
Oh, you're about to get Charlied.
Oh no,
I'm pretty sure it was like 18, but we'll find
we
out.
we can cut this part, even though it's
2018.
Boom.
Damn.
Roasted.
That's a
6
solid.
years. Right before.
Yeah. So what is your relationship with Heretic? This did not come out very long ago. Did you guys seek this one out when it came out in theaters? Did you check on it later? Were you excited for it when you saw like Hugh Grant was doing something out of his lane?
I can't remember. Like, that's weird because it wasn't that long ago, but I can't remember if we rushed out to the theater or it was like we bought. Actually, I know we bought it right when it came to streaming because I think it was like a 20 to rent or 25 to buy, and I just clicked the buy.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Mary was really wanted to see this movie, not in the theaters, because she can't watch anything even remotely scary in the theater. She learned lessons with strangers, but she did want to see it, and I'm pretty sure it was because it was Hugh Grant, but we got it on streaming when it came out. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I didn't see this one in theaters, but heard good things, and so when it started streaming, I checked it out pretty much right away when it hit the streamer.
My kids were 14 when this came out. They both, I think it's kind of a rite of passage to question religion when you're a teenager, especially for the first time or second time in your life. Mm-hmm. So they definitely were all about the concept of it and wanted to see where it would take them. So we all loved it.
Yeah, this film came out in November of 24, so right after spooky season, which oddly enough is when you get some horror films.
November, December seems to be like a popular time for them.
It's kind of a lull.
Some of the get some of the Halloween stuff, and then you still get one like in the beginning of November. Sometimes it's weird how they do that, or
middle of November,
or maybe they don't want to go up against Terrifier 3, so they're like, put this out in November,
right?
That's when all the Oscar nod dramas come out.
But you also don't want to go against like the big Thanksgiving release. You don't want to go up against the Christmas release. So like that first week in November could be a sweet spot for something while not many big movies are coming out that
You're
weekend.
100% right. I think half of the Harry Potters came out in like the November time frame, like that holiday.
Yeah, the ones that are making the Thanksgiving release, the Christmas release, usually
two biggest days of the year for
some
movies,
of those are like they're seeking awards in a big way.
They want to be fresh in people's memories for the Oscars.
Or they know everybody's home and there may be a break.
And they're smart enough not to put it out in summer blockbuster season.
Yeah. So here's like what was out. So October brought us Joker Folie à Deux, which was supposed to be huge and bombed badly, like critically just slaughtered.
I don't even
Everyone
remember
hated it.
I didn't watch it.
Terrifier 3 made over $90 million, was number one at the box office in mid-October. I don't know if that says anything about the state of other films that were out or where Terrifier is in our pop culture in 2024 or both, but incredible that Terrifier 3 made that kind of money. Anora, the Best Picture winner, and Conclave, up for a number of awards, came out around this time. The week after Heretic came out, A Real Pain came out, which is really critically acclaimed. Kieran Culkin won an Oscar for his supporting role in that with Jesse Eisenberg. I'm sorry, that was before Heretic. Heretic came 2 weeks later, or Heretic came out 2 weeks later after Heretic came out is when Wicked came out.
I heard of that one.
Collectively, people wasted $758 million on that hot garbage.
Did you see
It's
it?
not even hot
No, I
garbage.
didn't
It's
see
cold
it.
garbage. It smells like hot
No,
garbage.
I didn't see it.
The music.
You want to
I
fight about
saw
it?
it.
Yeah.
I
Is
mean,
that horror? It's got witches and
Witches.
I knew I was going to get some
Flying
blowback,
monkeys.
so I did a little research. It was $150 million budget, made $758 million. Part 2, same budget, $150 million, made $540 million. That's a lot of money, but that also says that 30% of the people are like,
I don't need the rest.
No.
I don't need it.
watch the first half, don't need a second half.
That's me.
$1.3 billion. That's not bad.
Yeah, but 30% of your fans were like, no thanks. But let's look at Terminator, guys. Terminator in 1984 made $78 million.
Yes.
T2, 7 years later, $517 million.
Wow.
That's what you want from a sequel. That means people loved the first and were like, give me more. In Wicked's case, people were like, 30% of the people were like, not going to watch the second
My
one.
only counter to that is Wicked was more of a to be continued kind of thing, right? It was a second half of the
So
movie.
you have to go see the second one, but 30% were like, I don't want to see more of this.
Dragging me to that shit show again.
I'm also a little, I don't want to say biased, but for some reason, this was showing up in my algorithms when it had no business being in my algorithms.
What's that?
And I was just like all the time seeing Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo looking like sad puppy dogs, like
sad skinny puppy dogs
in my algorithm. I'm like, why does this shit keep popping up? I don't care.
Right, like hugging each other on the red carpet and stuff. All kinds.
That's fine.
Well, wait, are we doing a Wicked podcast?
No.
Okay.
Just saying that this swamped like anything Heretic could have done.
I could see Conclave as almost like a double feature too.
Was that a horror? I never saw it.
I think it was a mystery, like a murder or like a death of a pope, and then the whole political thing
How
of
popes
choosing
get elected.
Yeah,
I'm out.
but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
But anyway, Heretic was awesome, guys.
Yeah. This is an A24 film, which at this point in time, everyone kind of knows what you're getting when you get into
guys are
A24.
fire.
Yeah, it's a little art
like the
house,
new
little
Blumhouse.
psychological, big budget feel, but on a small budget. This was done on a $10 million budget, grossed almost $60 million worldwide. So 6 times, which is better than what Wicked did. Just saying.
I think they take Wicked's numbers though.
Well,
No.
I mean, they'd have to spend, 10 and a half times as much,
It's true.
but let's talk about the tagline.
It's like being the best quarterback in D2 college football.
The tagline for Heretic: question everything. It works.
Yeah.
It works. It's short to
It's
the point.
also
It's
tagline for
vague.
the X-Files, isn't it? Or is that
Is it?
Trust No One? No.
So this Heretic, let's talk about the director here. Directors, yeah. Scott Beck and Brian Woods. Together they wrote and directed Nightlight, Haunt, the Adam Driver dinosaur adventure named, 65?
57,
that one.
65.
I know. You said
that.
before you didn't like that. I haven't seen it.
I didn't hate
There's
it,
few
but it
movies-
wasn't good.
Like this is like the Flintstones for me. For you.
Oh, did you walk out?
No, we watched it at home, so I didn't have a place to go.
Just go to
This is
bed.
bad.
Together they wrote A Quiet Place with John Krasinski. On part 2, Krasinski gets the writing credit, but Beck and Woods get a based on characters by. So I don't know if Krasinski kept it going and they weren't a part of it. Same thing, I think, with Day One. They got a characters by, but not a writing credit. Also in the 2023, they wrote and directed The Boogeyman, which stars one of the stars of this film,
Disappointing.
Sophie Thatcher.
That was a Father's Day Eve.
It was.
Watch
It
for
was one of the Father's Day
two
Eve
of us.
picks, and it was disappointing.
It's fine, yeah.
But it was a horror
It was
movie.
better than the
on
Transformers.
Father's Day Eve.
And I liked Haunt. Have you guys seen Haunt? It's a
I haven't, but it looks
It
good.
was Haunt.
It's like a weird. They're out searching for a haunted house, and then all of a sudden, like just some weird lights come on that say haunted house or whatever, and this group of kids goes into it.
Isn't this the Atticus? Didn't he bring that one up?
He may have, but it was solid.
Okay. I kind of want to see it now.
They like to
But on Tubi?
I don't know.
so the directors/writers like to focus on regular people in extreme situations, and that fits right into there.
Yeah. How about the leading cast? We got Sister Paxton, played by Chloe East. She was in Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans in 2022. Any thoughts on Chloe? Not much note in her
Is that the one with
IMDb
the
other than that.
glasses?
She's
Yes.
the lighter haired. Yeah.
Yes, her
She's
history.
pretty good.
She was
She's really
great.
good.
She's
in this
good in
movie.
this.
Great, like I knew who that character was, right? Do you
Right.
know what I mean? It's not like
It was good casting,
right,
but good acting.
I guess
too.
they both have connections to the Mormon Church. Did you come across that?
I
in
did
your-
see that
Okay.
in the research.
But
yeah.
that's not why they were cast. But I mean, it helps. Right?
they don't
that
practice anymore, though.
right. They're perfect, so they don't have to practice.
All right.
No,
We're
I
talking
thought-
about practice.
Where's that mute button? Hit that mute button real quick.
We're talking
No,
about
I
practice.
thought the
that was
levels-
25 years ago. Someone sent me a gift
And
of
Allen
that.
Iverson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25 years ago. We talking about practice. I'm like,
Talking
God,
about
I'm getting
practice.
old. 25
Talking
years
about
ago.
practice.
25 practice.
No, she like the layers to even like her dad joke when she came in and he's like, I think Hugh Grant something about like, I am definitely a fan of religion. And she's like, our work is done. Like she played a very cute, innocent, but I think
very wholesome.
She did great. Yeah.
It could have gone wrong so many different ways when you try to play a character that is like seemingly one-dimensional. It goes wrong so many times.
Yeah. I heard something in a behind the scenes that I was watching. I think Hugh Grant used the phrase shades of fear. So like she had to keep it under control while still bringing the same character in. And as the shit got deeper and deeper.
I'm going to hit this early, but the director, or maybe it was a cinematographer. I don't really know how that really works, but the tight views on the faces, I mean, you can have a really, really good director and not be able to accomplish what they did with the faces in this show. And it was just, I mean, although the three main characters, back and forth, tight shots. And I mean, they were beautiful, spot on. It was really good.
Both of you guys, I think, know that I like to do the subtitles on everything I watch.
This
is actually one that demanded that I turn them off because I was distracted from the camera work they were doing. Like, did you guys notice the opening credits where it was like they were kind of like postmarked in the corners, right?
Yeah.
So like that's kind of an indication of we want you to watch this middle of the screen and nothing else, right?
Yeah,
of course.
It's out of the way.
That was different. I like that.
It's great.
Sister Barnes, she is played by Sophie Thatcher. She played a young Reagan in 2 episodes of the Exorcist TV series in 2016. She's most well known probably for playing young Natalie in Yellow Jackets for 3 seasons going on 4. Her adult counterpart in that show is Juliette Lewis. You can kind of see the resemblance, I think, if you've never seen Yellow Jackets and you're like, oh, that makes sense. But if you've seen Yellow Jackets, you're like, wow, incredible casting.
She's been in a lot of stuff, though.
And obviously,
Lewis.
A favorite of mine, Companion, was really
good.
Companion,
which was really good.
I like that one a lot. Small role in Maxine.
It's got your guy Quaid in it.
Yeah, Jack Quaid's in that. I think it only like 26 years old. I mean, we're going to see a lot more of her.
Hopefully she doesn't, she's not like the it girl for 5 years and we just never see her again, which happens a lot.
Right.
Hopefully she stays in the horror lane quite a bit. I don't think Yellow Jackets qualifies as horror. It's like
it does as much as this one does, I would almost say, right? Like this one.
If she's listening.
This one's more horror than Yellow
If she's
Jackets
listening, I don't think she should do just horror. I mean, she's Heretic was barely in the horror genre. But a lot of this movie was...
You sure?
I mean...
It might be less so than Silence of the Lambs even. Like it was...
You sure?
Yeah.
There's a prophet. There is...
Well, I mean...
There's some shit.
Once we get to it...
Too,
but the very beginning part is
the bullshit
is
the religion stuff.
Yeah. Well...
I don't know.
She could branch out.
There's parts where you're like, what the fuck's going to happen next?
It was like a spider and its prey kind of movie is what this one was. So yeah, there's a horror element, a trapped, element.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost a Tarantino movie in the beginning.
Well, it's dialogue driven.
Just
dialogue.
One less N-word in it.
Way fewer N-words in it.
Less.
But I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was just like Tarantino's movie. They're not bad, but you can pick it out from a mile.
I wanted all of the dialogue and more in this one. That's the difference, right? Like from this and Death Proof. Like,
yeah. I was an hour and 53 minutes or something. I was not like, this is too long. Every time Hugh Grant is front and center and just like leading the conversation and commanding the screen.
Are we on to Hugh Grant?
Yeah, let's move on to him.
All right.
He plays Mr. Reed. This is his second horror film after 1988's
Nicole's Mr. Right.
The Lair of the White Worm.
The Lair of the White Worm is good.
Horror.
No, it's definitely horror.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it. But yeah, this is his second turn in horror.
Proud of us for not making.
He said he wanted to be. Yeah, I'm proud of you, Justin.
Too late.
That's what this mute button
ruined it
for.
when you said it. When you said who's proud of us.
But he said in some interviews that he wanted to stop being typecast and doing the rom-com thing, and that's where our writers, directors of this film heard that interview and basically wrote this with him in mind, so they could pitch it to him and be like, "Hey, this is something new for you. What do you think?" and he loved it. So he
It
was
was
on
almost
board
like
with it.
a yes and kind of situation, though. It's like he got to bring that same disarming charm.
He's still
it,
charming
yeah.
as fuck in this movie.
You know, just his quirky mannerisms too, which he's had in every single movie he's ever done, are brought in and brought out and like amplified in the close-up shots. I mean, he's still a pretty man.
Whoa.
I'm not
Clip
saying he
that.
can get it.
Yeah.
You sure?
He'd have to work a little harder to get it now. Like,
Half the
come on.
population would disagree.
I mean, I would snuggle him on a winter's day in an English cottage.
I've seen him play the heel a couple times, though, like in The Gentleman. Did you guys see that one, the Guy Ritchie film?
No.
He was kind of he wasn't the same. He was a funny bad guy, but this is the darkest I've seen him probably.
He did a miniseries recently where he was like an English or British, whatever their representatives are, PMs or whatever they
Constable?
call, not PM, but you know, like House of Lords, House of whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And so there was this whole mystery, and I'm not going to ruin it for anybody who's
Spoiler.
Anyway, he was really good in there, and it wasn't a comedy. It was kind of mystery, dark mystery, but he was good in that.
Do we have a favorite Hugh Grant?
For me, it's this. I don't know, but I mean,
fair.
we need, like, we should have had a female guest. We should have had some female
How about
perspective
favorite
on
rom
this.
com Hugh Grant? I'll go first. Notting Hill is an amazing rom com.
Notting Hill is really good. He
I
did some
don't
good
know that
stuff.
I've
And Love Actually was good in that
honestly
one.
seen him. Haven't
Oh,
seen
that's not
that.
him. That's
Haven't
not
Yeah,
seen
that's
that.
my favorite. Love Actually.
Okay.
There's a lot of good. It's all the British actors that have ever existed. There's only 7 of them are in that movie, and he's really good in that. He's classic.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen any of them. I haven't seen 9 Months. I haven't seen any of the Bridget Joneses.
I mean,
I haven't
that's
seen
really Mary
Notting
Marie's
Hill.
fault.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Vicky Blue Eyes.
Not that good.
What else he
I
been
saw
in?
that.
Probably his worst.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Saw that one. Charming as hell in there.
Yeah.
What else he been in?
Some police videos.
He's in.
Oh, wait. So
Glass Onion, the second Knives
yeah.
Out. He's in
He
that.
was very short.
But that's not a
yeah.
rom
I didn't see
Don't
that one.
ask him about it though.
Yeah.
Did you see the interview where they're like, "What was it like to be in Glass Onion?" He's like, "I wasn't even in it."
No,
'Cause
I
he was like in it for 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know, but no, I didn't. I mean,
Oh.
but yeah, I hadn't seen it.
I've heard some
Craig's
conflicting stuff
husband.
about
He seems
Hugh
kinda-
Grant. But here's the thing. Like, so somebody was telling a story about how he had been, rude and it was a total dick to them. Another actor, definitely not on his level. But then they told him about it, or he heard about it, and he apologized. He goes, "You're absolutely right. I was being a dick, and I'm really sorry about that."
Oh,
So, I mean,
What a guy.
what a guy!
I mean,
Takes a
snug.
lot.
I was the cottage. Me and Hugh
was he
Grant,
was he
some
referencing
tea.
the hooker situation?
Oh,
All right,
I'm really sorry. I fucked up.
hey, it was a long time ago.
long time ago.
Do gotta say,
Is that what he said to Elizabeth Hurley?
He fumbled the bag on that one.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
We don't know.
we don't know.
One of the most famous Tonight
Sorry,
Show
Nicole.
segments ever. I don't know if you guys remember seeing that, where he went on Jay Leno, and first question, he's just like, "What the hell were you thinking?"
Yeah.
And he just was like, the crowd cheered and was like, "Ah ha ha," and he just like kind of shrugged his shoulders, like,
and was
You got
charming
me.
Hugh Grant, and everyone
I bet
forgot
you
about it.
20 years of that shit though gets you a little jaded. So you got a little bit of a license to be a dick, right?
I
sure.
don't know if anyone ever has a license to be a dick, but
What's your excuse then, Charlie?
I'm not saying I have any shoes.
Oh.
All right, guys, let's talk about the awards this thing won, or were nominated for, because it didn't win any. Fangoria Chainsaw Awards was nominated for Best Wide Release Film, Best Supporting Performance for Hugh Grant, and he lost to Nicolas Cage as Longlegs.
Fucking right, he
I don't
did.
think
Nick
we're- I don't
Cage
think
for
we're gonna
life,
argue
yo.
that.
That's tough.
We're not going to argue
Loaded
that.
category.
Best Screenplay, it lost to Sinners. Also, Best Wide Release Film was Sinners.
They never had a
Tough
chance.
crowd. Tough slate there. Golden Globes, Hugh Grant was nominated for Best Male Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. I missed the musical number in this. Did you guys catch it?
Well,
Is
there
that in the
was
director's cut?
I think it's like
All I
alcohol,
Need Is the
tobacco,
Air.
and firearms. I mean, it's just
There was the creep.
It's a leftover.
All I Need Is the
Oh,
Air.
yeah,
That was musical, but I think
No,
it's a anything but drama. But
Yeah.
like this was drama as shit though.
Yeah. I don't think many people take the Golden Globe seriously. One, because they have a really racist history. They also, I think, favor Britain a lot in the things.
well,
they
it's an
pick things for.
international journalism.
Yeah,
journalists.
But there's times where like
voting,
you
right?
get they are. I think it's recently changed. Like their board members or whoever is in charge of it has recently changed to try to be up with the times. But for a long time, there was times you'd get like 2 or 3 or 4 African American actors and actresses and directors nominated for Oscars, and then those same ones are completely shut out of the Golden Globes, like not even nominated.
I mean, if the Oscars would make you look racist, I mean,
Right,
real
exactly.
they got a track record too.
Yeah,
But
it's a low bar.
yeah, they also it's either you get nominated for being in a drama, and if it's not a drama, they classify it as musical or comedy.
Right.
So,
I think
yeah.
Jim Carrey famously kind of shit on that when he won for Man on the Moon in the comedy category. He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I didn't know I was making a comedy." And he hasn't won since, I think, basically.
Yeah.
So,
I think DiCaprio, I think, also won for maybe The Revenant, and they put it in like
That movie's
musical or
hilarious.
comedy.
Oh my god!
Right.
when he danced and sang with the bear.
Right, exactly.
It's hilarious.
But Hugh Grant, he lost the Golden Globe to Sebastian Stan for his role in A Different Man. I don't know if you are familiar with that one.
But
No.
Sebastian's done a couple. Didn't you mention Fresh?
Fresh, yeah, I like Fresh. He's in The Martian. I like The Martian a lot. Yeah, I like Sebastian Stan. Marvel stuff is
Would you say you're
whatever.
I don't know who you're
Stan?
talking. I know the
Yeah,
name.
you've
but
made that joke before, Justin. So
I can't put
no,
the
I'm not.
face.
It's Winter
Oh
Soldier.
well, you can put a face in
Oh,
A Different
yeah,
Man.
Ooh,
He has radical
face on your
surgery,
mom.
but his dream face becomes a nightmare. That's what A Different Man is about.
Oh, okay.
I'm out.
Anywho,
Yeah.
back to Heretic. Metacritic gave this a 71. Solid. That is solidly in the green.
That's
Tomato meter, 89% critic score, only 76% on the fan
I could
score.
see that.
I don't know why the differential.
It's the heavy dialogue in the beginning. I mean, it's
right.
just like build up and build up and build up. For some people cannot take that.
And it hits some pretty controversial topics too. So
That would
there's
also be a
chance
reason.
that you're gonna offend a few people you didn't think you were going to. That just came for a girls trapped in a house.
Not that
movie.
they
And
didn't deserve it, but
If you're going to have someone lecture you, though, on this heavy topic, isn't Hugh Grant like a really great choice?
Oh, amazing.
To be
Right.
that person.
How could
Other than like Morgan Freeman, maybe.
like if you told me I had cancer, I'd be like, oh, thanks, man. You want to hang out later?
Right.
Do you have a cottage somewhere in
you know
England?
what? I didn't think of it like a board
Charlie,
game.
terrible news, chap.
Do tell, Hugh.
All right. So Hugh Grant, great. Are we still on? Now we're on the critic scores, right?
Yeah, 71.
I lean more with
Metacritic,
critics.
89. Critics, Rotten Tomatoes, 76 fan score.
I'd give it I'm in the 9 category on this one, I think.
Yeah, I mean-
it's so well written and so well shot. Like plus
Right. Even if you don't like movies like this, you will like this movie. It is that good.
Yeah, I think I gave this a 7 out of 10. I like it a lot.
which is good for Mike's a hard critic
A
sometimes.
little harder critic. We'll get there, but the ending didn't do much for me. But we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
That ending, we got a lot to talk about on the ending.
Sure.
Have
Sure
you-
do.
They really give us a look this way, but no, we're going to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
You
get
guys
to it.
want to get into the scenes?
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right. I've broken this down into 8 scenes.
Okay.
And I'm just going to broadly hit each scene and then we can talk about each one. 8 scenes
we can jump in
and
if
then
we
our
forgot
final.
something, of
right.
course.
So I'm trying my best to get away from like they're talking on the bench. They carry their bikes up the stairs. They go to his house. He invites them in. He says this. I'm trying to avoid like that kind of
But it's-
breakdown that I'm used to doing.
We were all trying to do it, but it's so hard sometimes because especially if it's a good movie, you want to be like,
Yeah.
like the stairs. I mean, that was
Seriously, great.
Well, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm
Impressive.
gonna just set up and be
Go
like,
ahead.
here's
Sorry.
the opening scene, and then we'll just talk about what we want to talk about.
okay.
Right.
Yep.
So 8 scenes. First scene is the opening scene, and then getting to Mr. Reed's house. So it opens with
them on the bench.
Barnes and Paxton, sister Barnes, sister Paxton, sitting on the bench at the bus stop, and they're talking. You could tell right away what their situation is because they won't say any bad words. They won't even say penis. She calls it peen,
which is awesome.
They say something like sexing.
But she's talking about pornography at the same time.
Well, I think Paxton tries to say like she stutters trying to say porno, and she's like pornography.
Yeah,
pornography film. But Barnes easily says like pornography.
Right.
Like
You immediately get there's a difference in the background of these two women.
Barnes has lived a more worldly life. She knows of more. She's less naive. She's more hardened. But an amazing scene though, just them on the bench talking like that. It tells us they're still getting to know each other a little bit. Like they've been paired together to do this missionary, like this outreach. I don't think they're like, it's one of those things where you're best friends, because she's one of them.
Right, you get partnered up with somebody.
Yeah, one of them has 8 conversions. What are they called?
8 or 9.
8 or 9 baptisms or conversions or whatever you call it. And Chloe Paxton is still waiting for her first. So they're still feeling each other out. Like they're still seeing what they're comfortable with. I think that's part of the reason she brought up pornography, is like, is this a cool person or not a cool person? So 2
things real quick. Do we know where they are?
Utah.
Utah.
Think, yeah.
Are they in Utah?
You could see the mountains.
Doesn't the one say like born like in Salt Lake, and I think the other one says
but they
Philadelphia, and
but
he's like, so far away.
So the second thing is they're on a missionary. I didn't know that women in the Mormon church did missionaries, because I have never seen. I've seen the guys in black pants, white shirts, black tie on bikes, even here, and I've seen them in New Mexico.
I've seen one sister come with a brother of the church,
but
one time,
like when you go to Brigham Young, you're required to do like at least a 2-year missionary, I think. And there are women that go to Brigham Young, so
yeah.
I thought you were going to say you're required to do soaking.
Are we going to talk about soaking?
You want to?
Just Google it, guys. Just Google it. We'll get down a rabbit hole, and he'll tell a dad joke that nobody likes.
No. Yes. You put it in, and then 2 people shake the bed, because the thrusting part is what is the sin.
I mean,
so that's so.
And I'm going to say probably Maroney or whoever is going to say that you were having sex.
Moranai.
Right. That's like the angels in Dogma can't drink anymore, so he just takes shots, swishes it around, and spits it out. Come on.
That's the same.
Same thing.
No, but yeah, it's a fun, great way to show us the credits and introduce us these 2. And then even their talks while Charlie wanted to bring up the stairs, but the conversation they're having is it's like innocent. It's like, hey, for every 5 steps we do, our husband gets hotter. And it's just cute, right? They're like doing things to pass the time. They know that nobody wants to talk to them. Right. The important part that Paxton was talking about was, what if people only had an opinion? They've been told that Mormons are crazy the whole time, so they've always just believed it. Now I can just come in and, change their minds on it. It goes in with the conversation that we have throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
So then they get to Mr. Reed's house. How long did it take you to realize there is no wife?
Me?
When he left the room and came back and the wife didn't come with, there's no wife. And I know it's a horror movie, so there's no wife.
Yeah, we've done these, I don't know how many movies like this I've seen, but like, I'm like, there's no wife. Yeah. I was hoping.
When they're like, there needs to be a woman present, and he's like, I'll go get my wife. And then when he comes back, it's like, well, this is a horror movie. There's no wife.
She's shy.
Yeah.
She's making a pie. She's making blueberry pie.
No, she's not. No, she's fucking not.
But
get out, girls.
Run for your life, bitch. Get help.
Combine the threat of the elements. They were outside, and how disarming and charming he was. Even the roommate joke, will my wife do? And like and the Paxton and Barnes, and like everything about him. And when they walk in, we'll get to that in a second, is set to like put them at ease.
Should we drink every time we say charming? That's like the 5th time I think we've said it.
I mean, we can.
I've been drinking every time we say anything. So
yeah.
What was that? Sorry, I was drinking.
That's why I didn't drive the fast car. Definitely going to pull me over.
But yeah, I would have came in the house, man. I mean, like, it's raining out here.
It's
coming down.
It was like a really good. Everything is playing to his to benefit him, and everything is playing against them.
Right.
Like the weather goes bad. He's charming. Yeah.
Did you find it odd that he brought them Cokes when he's supposed to be this smart, all-knowing,
and
whatever?
He knew.
Yeah. He knows they can't have it.
I found it.
I think it's just a test.
It was.
It was
him being
that's
a
his whole
dick
thing is a test.
and being kind of a bully, right? Like in that sense, I know you can't drink this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put it in your face.
When should they have left? Like they're trying to convert him. When should they have left?
They shouldn't have gone in.
I don't know if they could have. I don't know what the timer was set on that crazy door lock thing, but they should have. When he started pressing them about the multiple wives and stuff was probably when he got a little close to the edge, and you could see it all over their faces, right?
I think, we're in a horror movie, so main characters are the protagonists are going to make mistakes so that we can, it's a conveyance. We have to get from one scene to the next scene to the next scene to the horror. So the mistakes are built in.
Yeah.
But I mean, he is very disarming. They shouldn't have gone inside the house.
Would you say he's charming?
I did not say he was that. I said he was disarming. And they shouldn't have gone into the house without seeing the wife first.
Here's something that the three of us are not equipped to talk about at all is living as a smaller female, right? Like there's so
But you're going to try, aren't you?
I'm going to try to mansplain this a little bit. No, I'm saying there's just so many things that like they're expected to be polite and go along with,
Yes.
right? I just watched
It's a sales pitch almost.
Right. I just watched a video on TikTok. I don't want to go too far into it, but somebody hit a girl for not accepting a compliment, right? And all the comments were like, oh, they should have just accepted the compliment and walked away, or whatever. But it's like, there's so much that's baked into like how women should act. And if you play your cards right, you're going to get away from this dangerous situation.
And that's, if Mary was here, Mary would tell you that
or Sarah, right?
All social interactions are on women and that they are expected, men or not, men can do whatever they want. Men can be a dick, men can be nice, men can be polite, and then be a dick later. And it's just like, boys will be boys. Women, you're supposed to accept and thank you for compliments. You're traveling in a world where I don't know the number, but I know it was on the side of the bear. Women were asked, if you were in the woods, would you rather run into a bear or a man? And a sizable percentage picked a bear. That should tell you, Mary would tell you that women are going through life.
Lesbians.
Wondering if they're going to be attacked.
That was my
And then, your abuser is the person that you're in love with most of the time.
Right.
It's just a hard, and the beginning scenes make that a true. Whoever wrote this.
It's going to be your fault too, right? You're going
and
to
it's
be
going
blamed.
to be your fault. Yeah. You're going to get victim blamed. So the way they're looking at each other, and they know all of their senses are saying from almost the get is that this is a bad situation that we need to leave, but we need to be polite about it.
Right.
Fuck that.
Don't anger him.
Yeah.
You try to keep me inside the house, Hugh Grant. I'm gonna throw a chair through that little tiny window and say, "Okay, come on, bro."
When Mr. Reed pulls out the Book of Mormon, that's when you're like, we obviously can't sell him on anything. We can't teach him anything. He's read this book. It's sticky noted and tabbed throughout. He's no longer a mark, right? That's my guess. He's no longer a mark at that point, and that's when you need to basically get out.
It plays into
I see you've already know so much about our culture. So
but they took
have
it
a good day.
They took it as an exciting point. Like, oh, you read more than we do, and maybe you should be teaching us about it. Like, that's why Paxton was so great. Like, she brought that energy that I'm happy to be here. And
she doesn't come off that bright in the very beginning, but when she's in there, she's thinking quickly and she's able to put in those little things that most people would just be, silent, shocked into silent type of thing.
I wonder, there's no way of knowing. Unknowable, as Charlie likes to say. Did he set up his appointment to coincide with the storm? That's the only thing that he really couldn't control. But
I don't think the storm is necessary. I think he still would have got him.
But it gave them a reason to come in, right? I kind of agree with you though. Like, it would have been not that much harder to get him in without the storm, but definitely
he knows what he's doing. This is obviously not the first time he's done it.
Shit, yeah, he does.
These girls were like, "Oh shit, it's Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Let's go in."
They're like, "What the hell?"
Do you have a blanket somewhere we can snuggle with?
Loved you in Phantoms. No, that was someone else.
You were the bomb in Phantom, Joe.
You seen that the TikTok or whatever of Game Boy?
Yeah.
The guy jumps in that
The
car.
guy jumps in the car.
Can you help me figure out how to put the batteries in this Game Boy? And they just
Yes,
jump-
the Stranger
Did
Danger
the Yes
video.
Man? Was it Jim Carrey from some movie? Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. It was,
That was great.
that'd be girls showing up at Hugh Grant's.
And that just shows how different the experience of men and women are.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Some are hoping for predators, some men.
Yeah,
Like,
But anyway,
I'm
yeah.
just saying.
So
Right,
yeah, I
let's
don't know
move
what
on.
the right answer of when we would leave would be, but yeah.
before we get in trouble. So
Too late.
The second scene here, we're still in the living room, but the doom is settling in, right? So Mr. Reed's asking personal questions about how Paxton's father died.
Right.
And then going from this really heavy subject matter, like talking about polygamy,
Wait.
to what's your favorite fast food?
You forgot about blueberry disease. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. He makes that gaffe.
Yeah, he's
which-
like, blueberry disease. What a funny way to die.
Right.
He did that on purpose.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Totally.
She's like, no,
Blueberry
here's
disease. But that was quick thinking. He must be like improv or something.
He's trying to throw him off.
Yeah,
like I
for
said, this
sure.
isn't the first time he's done it. He's
He's
being
got
charming while
in
trying
the
to make them feel uncomfortable at the same. It's really weird how he does it, and it works.
It is it's an invitation to spar a little bit. Like there's a pushback and hey, kind of prove me wrong a little bit, you know. What are your thoughts on here? How well do you think on your feet? How strong are your beliefs, right?
Right. And then after he talks about what your favorite fast food is, and they're going over all their lists, we get the reveal that the blueberry pie smell is just a candle. The girls can't get out of the house. They're willing to leave coats and bikes behind and walk 4 miles back to the church in a pretty severe storm, like a really severe storm, hail.
Yeah.
It was a heavy reveal, right?
Yeah.
Because this is basically proof that the wife is here. There's a pie baking, and it's a blueberry pie. If you smell it, you can tell me exactly what it is. The shot when they turn the candle and the camera stays focused on the backside, so we're not seeing what she's looking at, was amazing. It's one of my favorite shots in the film where she turns
As
around.
soon as she goes to move the candle and you see it's that dark blue color, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
It's a
she
candle.
turns around and
then we
says
see
blueberry
it's
pie.
a
Blueberry
candle.
pie. It was
And
great.
still,
Gut drops a little
they're
bit.
being polite.
They have to, right?
Yeah.
Because at this point, they try the door.
They're trying to
They're like,
go.
we need to ask for help.
Yeah, the door doesn't open. They realize that the key for their bike lock is in the coat. He took the coats.
Right.
And they were willing to like go out in that blizzard. They're like, F it. We're going out without the key to the bike. We're going to walk 2 miles.
And
Yeah.
it's guaranteed men are thinking, I will bash that door. I will set this place on fire. Why aren't they doing that? And women are like, I mean, they're doing exactly what I would do. Like they really need to, and feeling horrified at the same time. A totally different watching experience for men and women, I think.
For sure. I mean, I'm thinking as a man, there's two of you. There's one of him. Make your stand now, right?
Right.
But that's
He's
not,
old. They're
That's
young.
not the thought.
No.
Let's see if we can get out of here without offending. Right.
Right.
Yeah. And as if the doom wasn't settling in enough, the lights go out, the creaking footsteps, there's a figure in the dark. It's turning into a horror movie at this point.
Yeah.
They make, not going to spend too long, but they make a fake phone call coming in.
Yeah.
A lie, right?
Right. Yep.
But
so this takes us to scene number 3. This is where we're in the study or the faux church, whatever you call it. They go down the hall. You know, Mr. Reed's very nonchalant about the fact the front door won't open till morning. Like that's just a normal thing in his house and other houses. Catches them in the lie that they took a call from the church because, well, there's metal in the walls. I told you that. And the roof is made of metal. So you can't get a cell phone signal. So you definitely lied about getting a call.
right.
More and more prying questions, a lot of dialogue in this scene where they're in the study.
Oh,
talking
so much
about
dialogue, but it's
music
great.
and board games and everything in between.
This is perhaps the best dialogue in the entire movie. I think the whole setup, but real quick, like even when he said how he brought up that he knows that they lied was another way to make them feel, guilty and, oh, I'm sorry, I offended you by lying. It's all this control, which we talked about control, but yeah, they see their coats there. They see their chance once they get their coat and get out.
Yeah, there's more prying questions about when they started to believe in God. Was it because some people just told them to? What gives you doubt about your beliefs? There's the 2 doors in the room. Neither of them look like they would go outside. Like if you're doing the geography of the house at this point, and he's like, well, you could just go through the left door, go through the right door, and like you'll go outside. Like if you're doing the geography of where they started to where they are, those doors aren't going fucking outside.
No, you said you saw the back of my house on the way in.
Right.
You could see it was overhung on a hillside.
And
so you,
as we'll see
to go
later,
oot, you have to go doon.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, so you'll see further as we go through the movie, like he's lying to him the whole time.
Right.
And I think that's kind of his point about religion is that
We're believing. Yeah.
they're lying to you the whole time and that you'll believe it and you'll think they're not lying because you're hoping that it's true.
If you believe, you'll see the truth at the end.
If you go through the left door, you go through the right door, and he gives the whole belief, disbelief. Turns out they end up the same place.
Right.
Yes.
It didn't really matter.
But
he told him, one of these is good. No, they're both bad. And he still does that throughout the whole movie.
He set up again. He's like, oh, yeah, like, would you believe me if I said my wife was right past this door? Pushed him, right? It's like, and, they're like, no, but he's making him choose. But that's when we get the analogies that he puts together, the games,
the music,
the Bibles, the music, just.
Yeah. And this is where the close in on the face shots of the 2 women is really like a staple of this extended scene, and the dialogue and their facial reactions are just so good. Like, I don't think you can direct somebody who can't act into giving you that kind of product. And they're doing it. I mean, they're really both very good actors.
I think this is where Paxton's like, well, you certainly have given us a lot to think about. Still trying to appeal to his, let's let him know that we know he's smart, right? We know that you know more than us. We're going to think about all this stuff. Did we like the analogies? Did we like the big 3 religions? I ate it up. I don't know about you guys, but
loved it.
He does a good job. I mean, clearly this guy, and I think he talks about it, how he studied religion. He was looking for the one true religion.
Right.
And you just find that eventually, it's just like one's built on the other and on the other. And he's picking on, the monotheistic religions. He leaves out one, I think, which was very important. But for brevity, I understand that most people really only know about the big 3, at least here in the United States. And it's an American movie. And it's a great analogy.
Yeah, there's Parker Brothers and the Landlord Game, and that was to say that Judaism didn't have salespeople for their religion, but Christians have missionaries. Book of Mormon, obviously, or not Book of Mormon, but Mormonism has missionaries as well. And
Islam, I don't think I've ever had anybody anyone who's Muslim come to my door, but I mean, they've been pretty successful.
I didn't know that was the newest of the 3 monos. I didn't know that Islam was. I guess I did because
Mormonism.
That's Muhammad.
Well, the 3.
Well,
yeah.
That's Muhammad. That was well after Jesus, though, right? I think
7th century, so 600 years later.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
And they recognize Jesus as a prophet,
right,
of Muhammad, not the son. Which Christianity, like, to build on something that you think that these other guys have completely wrong, while all of their stuff is completely based on it.
Right.
It's just like, really? That's where we are?
The 10 different stories of virgin births on Christmas Day and, resurrection and stuff. I was like, this is great. This is all fascinating. But Sophie Thatcher's character, Barnes, also put it out like, yeah, this is part of the tricks. This is he discounted the Holocaust, which 6 million could have turned into, if each of them had, 3 kids each
18,
or whatever. It could have been
20 million,
a lot by now. So that would change the number of practicing Jews today, right? So it did discount a huge event, which took a lot out of the picture. But like I said, this whole, if I had a teacher that taught like this, A+ in that class.
And I get the feeling that through his studies, he eventually probably was a professor somewhere.
That's
because he does give a lecture,
Right.
basically,
With-
right? Like he
with
knows what
lit
he's
up
doing.
paintings.
Like he's done it many times before, not just in this whole "I'm going to kill people now" phase, but once he got into his 50s and
The zany, I like the zany regional offshoot, the Bob Ross Monopoly.
Yes,
That was
Right.
fun.
so good. That was so good. If we were on video, everyone could see that Charlie brought his cartoon drawing of Muhammad for the podcast.
Oh, wow.
why are you doxing me, bro? You trying to get me got?
What, is that a bad thing?
That's a real
It's really well done. It looks great.
Realistic.
no comment.
How about, all right, let's get back to this. Chekhov's letter opener.
Yeah.
Saw that. This
They
letter
waited a
opener has
while.
like pennies in the handle. Like that was a common thing. I don't know why. My grandmother, both like my grandmom, my aunt, someone else, I remember having like a letter opener that the handle was like clear with like pennies in it.
I've
Two
never
pennies.
seen that before.
I don't know why that was
It's supposed to be like a luck thing.
like it was an acrylic plastic handle with like 2 pennies in it. I
Never
don't know.
seen that. I have a Superman letter opener.
Did you get it in
No
Metropolis,
pennies.
Illinois?
No, the kids got it for me at
In
the
Metropolis?
no.
Oh, like,
The book fair they have where they sell
gotcha.
them all toys and stuff
A
instead of
Scholastic book
books.
fair.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
stuff. Oh yeah.
My
Don't-
kids came
don't
home
get me
with
started.
garbage.
Don't
But I
get me
did too as a
started.
kid. It was all like 101 cow jokes. That's the shit I would come home with.
I come home with a book of stamp, like stamp collecting thing.
Right.
No reading required.
A pencil with a troll on the top of it.
Right.
That was
Poster
my
of
jam.
Joe Montana. Jesus Christ.
Like Bo Jackson.
And now that my kids are in school, it's like they fucking 5 book fairs a year, and
Oh yeah.
they're bringing home like stickers. I'm like, stickers? Get something you can read, like coloring books. I'm like, get the fuck out.
So yeah, we learned about iterations from Hugh Grant. We also, an important scene in this room, they had the poster of Dante's Inferno, the descending layers of hell. They reference that too, which is a indicator of where this film is going, right?
Yeah. Is Hugh Grant's delivery of the Radiohead lines, but I'm a creep.
Bad.
I'm
Real
a
bad.
weirdo.
Real
like,
bad scene.
too on the nose, right?
It's-
because he is a creep. He is a weirdo.
Right. And he even said,
Too
what the
on
hell
the
am I
nose.
doing?
And
then
I
he
didn't
said,
hear
that's
it.
exactly what you're thinking.
I didn't hear
The very
it.
beginning of it is, do you know where it's like the she runs part in Creep?
Yeah.
That's the part that is very melodically similar, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think when the part where Barnes says, like, are we talking about religion or music or board games? Like, at this point, Mr. Reed's got them both like completely in a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Like they probably have even forgotten about the goal of getting the fuck out of this house because they're just still like listening to him go
Right.
on and on instead of like, look, mister, we really gotta get at, I mean, they're not gonna cuss, but
It's
like,
like a
look, mister,
hypnotizing.
like, can we just leave? Like,
Yeah.
please let us leave. Like they
Please.
forget and they're just entranced in everything he's telling them.
Because it's safer that way, right?
Yeah.
If he's talking, he's not killing, right? So it's
Yeah.
So this scene in the study or the faux church, I think he calls it at one point, leads to the belief and disbelief choosing of the door. But this is the first time that we get back out of the house. They show us that one of the elders from the church is noticing that Paxton and Barnes didn't sign back in. They're supposed to be back, I think, by this point.
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace.
Topher.
Fucking Eric Foreman. I didn't even recognize him until I saw the credits.
He is unrecognizable.
I was
yeah.
like, oh, that doesn't even look like him.
That's
I
what
think because he only looks like one person, Eric Foreman, and now that he's older and not like a 19-year-old, like I have no idea what
But
he
think
looks
about
like.
that role. It was kind of a nothing role, which kind of just shows how much he wanted to be a part of it, I think.
Yeah. So he's the elder, and he starts going house to house because he realized they didn't make it back to the church, and
right.
so he starts, going house to house and just looking for them. Belief and disbelief are both scary. You write those words on the door, ask them which to choose based on if they believe or if they don't believe. Paxton still
believe?
trying to be super respectful, right?
Do you
Like,
believe God watches us masturbate and hates gay people? Or do you believe that nothing happens and we're ants floating around on these things in space, right?
yeah, right. It's scary to think about. Like that's kind of what what I said earlier. Like I'd hate to die and be like, oh shit, there is heaven. Oh my God.
So yeah, you were
It's
talking
real.
about the people pleaser in
And
Paxton.
then-
Yeah, she's
yeah.
a people pleaser. So she's like, you've obviously shown me that we should go through the disbelief door.
Right. she's trying to be respectful, be like, that story should go through. You're so much smarter.
Yeah.
And Barnes starts, she calls out Mr. Reed on all his bullshit. Like,
Yeah, she's like,
hey,
no.
look, this is what we
is a
believe.
test.
We need to go through the belief door because we believe. You believe, right? To Paxton. And they choose the left door because they believe in God. And it's the honest thing for them as a duo to do. Is like, we do believe, and whatever happens,
If we believe,
whatever God has
he's
in
looking
store
out
for us is what it is.
Right.
So they go through the belief door.
Should we? I'm gonna just drop in real quick. He makes a point of looking at a candle and seeing that it's flickering differently, and just hold on to that for later. Just he
I noticed that, but I feel like I missed something.
It comes in later.
Fill us in.
I thought it was
soon.
just a Hugh Grantism.
Nope. It's important.
Yeah.
The candle thought he was charming.
He also clocked.
Flickered in his presence.
Yes. It was like, this is a
Hugh Grant by candlelight.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
this guy's hotter than I am. That's what the candle said. No, but like he also clocked her arm earlier. He clocked the scar on her arm while they're in the living room. So he's building up this thing to get it down to one person. This is all happening, right?
Right.
And that the candle. He noticed it, like later he says, I noticed it earlier. Fire reacts to certain people, and that's what the candle.
That's right. Yeah. So it's a dark staircase or scarecase because it's a horror movie.
Works.
It sounds like a new podcast.
The scarecase. It's all about movies with stairs.
Copyright pending.
I don't think.
After we do our wrestling podcast, that'll be the next one.
Couple things about the house. It is not to code. There's no way that passed.
No
any
way.
code.
No window.
Even though I have seen this lady on TikTok who's digging like a mine in her house, which I love that.
Oh, I do. I like that too.
Like
That's
my favorite
awesome.
thing. I want her to, find, bedrock, like Minecraft kind of thing. But
Right.
Do you think Mr. Reed's trying to put this on the market at some point?
No.
Really worried
no.
about?
No.
Like,
Well,
hey,
you'd have
this
to-
basement is not up to code,
I think
sir.
you'd have to fill in at least that trap door at the bottom with concrete. But this was all built on a soundstage, this house. Cool, huh?
Interesting.
Even that faux sanctuary part of the house was super cool. It was built to kind of remind people of a spider web because the angles and the lines coming out of it. At certain points, Hugh Grant is standing in front of it, and it looks like the lines are coming out of his head.
Yeah.
Where were
Dark
we?
staircase. And now they're heading down to the
Staircase.
basement. In the basement, this is scene 5. We're in another room in this goofy, crazy house. They go down the basement. They think they hear Mr. Reed coming, and Barnes wants Paxton to stab him in the neck with the letter opener that she swiped.
Right,
And
yeah,
the code
after they
word
find-
is magic underwear.
Magic underwear.
After they
Oh,
tried to...
that was a good line from the opening of the movie that didn't talk about.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to run those 3 women over.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
What's funny is the dichotomy, I hate to, but like of how she immediately clocks them and says, I love them already. And their first thought is to pants her right in the middle of the street.
Yeah, to
right?
embarrass other people.
Yeah.
Which,
anyway.
I'm not pro-religion, but human respect is
Right,
a different
exactly.
thing.
Exactly. So it's not Mr. Barnes that they hear. It's someone else. Someone in a cloak carrying a lantern and a pie. Oh, it's his wife. Thank God. The pie was real. His wife was there the whole time.
Right.
All is good.
She looks
Thank
like the
God.
harbinger of death.
I almost thought that, she wasn't real and
Yeah.
they were going to die.
The end. So no, it was a joke. It was obviously not a joke, but it was you wanted a pie. You wanted proof that there was a pie.
Yeah.
We missed the part where they tried to climb out that window and the board comes down. But yeah, that's a quick thing to
We didn't
touch
miss
on.
it. You can talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
This is me going through the scenes quicker.
Right.
So you could talk about that if you
Yeah, it
want.
was important that that's how the board with the nails came down. They were trying to get out through that window, right? And
Oh, okay. See, I missed that.
Foreshadowing.
I missed that. That was the board that she used later in the movie.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a broken chair leg, table leg, what have you.
nope.
Because in other movies, like when you break a leg off a table, like all 4 nails come out with it magically.
Fortunately, never happens.
Right.
There'd be a lot more impaled people
That was
in the world.
it was Chekhov's board with nails in it. Is what
Right.
it was.
Yep.
We've got that and the letter opener.
From Star Trek?
Yes. Not.
And then
Sulu.
Creep starts playing on a speaker in the basement. So now
But the Hugh Grant version of
the Hugh Grant version.
I love that song, though.
so good.
And then the big part of the trailer that I remember was Hugh Grant playing with like a model of the house.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is where we finally see
Brilliant.
the model which shows that both doors lead to the basement, to the same place. And he lets the girls know, like, you are in the presence of a living prophet of God, that he's been shown a miracle, and this is proof that religions are false. Now, I was a little thrown by this because when people talk about miracles, they're using it as like, this is proof that this religion is real. He's saying this is a miracle, and I'm going to prove that like this religion is not real. But I'm like, so I was a little like, wait, what is he doing? He's trying to prove one thing, but
he's showing the one true religion. It's not what you think, but there is one true religion.
Right.
Right. And so they're going to be witnesses to this miracle that is real. And then that's his motive.
And then you can see that's when he's taking notes, like time of everything being introduced as it was introduced. And there's like 7 other things on the notepad. Right. And then you see him carving the guy that he knows is going to show up to the door.
He knows the elder's going to show up.
Right.
Which I missed the first time because I was like, oh, what if that would have
I
gone
didn't
wrong?
see it the first time either.
What if he immediately brought the cops with him because he said something was wrong? But yeah, he knew somebody's coming and he put him in that spot, and we're like, oh shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Eating the pie. The pie has some poisonous herbs in it.
That was the most
wolfsbane
disgusting part of the whole thing. When
gross.
She's eating that pie
with her fingers, and she's all dirty. She didn't even wash her hands first. She didn't have.
She's not sharing it.
She didn't have no napkin.
You ain't never eat a pie all by yourself.
She's onto something regardless. And then the table, there's a water dripping directly on the table, splattering on the pie. It's
but it's
atmospherically disturbing.
Right. Perfect though. Like as far as
the further down, if you eat one pie, that is like just one piece. You're just
right. If you don't cut it, it's one piece.
If you don't cut it, it's one piece. Once you cut it, now you got 2
Them's
pieces.
the rules, folks. I don't make up the rules. I just follow them.
You can't see what I'm holding up, but there are those mini pies, but like it doesn't change. Like it's still one piece.
Right. Then they have like the half pies. I'll do a half pie in 2 sittings.
Key lime.
I love
let's not bring up the key lime.
I love me some key lime.
I love at the holidays when there's like, half a pie left. I'm just like, anybody want this last piece?
I know somebody like that.
Piece. It's all stuck together. It counts as one nacho.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, I think that the further into the house and the further down we get, the grosser, the more visceral everything is meant to feel. And it's doing its job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell that he's listening to them. The spider comes out of the damn thing. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. The miracle is that this prophet is going to be resurrected.
Right.
The prophet will tell us what happens in the afterlife, just like martyrs. Just like
kind of
martyrs.
like martyrs.
Exactly
They ripped this off of martyrs.
No. but good. But we're going to gloss over that part. That this was good. Martyrs was bad.
This was.
You're still on probation with Martyrs.
Was Martyrs bad because they didn't share what happened in the afterlife?
Two things.
That's what it was. Or the fact that he's beating the shit out of this.
It was French. Bad out of the gate. B, they didn't show. They didn't share.
So so we see the diorama or the model, but then we also see the doorbell rings, right?
Yes.
Right on cue.
On cue.
Yep. This is our next scene. Good segue, Justin. Yeah. Scene 6. The elder comes and the prophet resurrects. They at the same time. It's coinciding with each other. So the elder comes, coinciding with the girls, also getting the matches by pulling the rug through the crack at the bottom of the door.
They confirm she was dead.
They know.
Then they go up.
Right. He knows that if the doorbell rings, they're going to go up to the steps and try to scream. And that, I think, is where later Paxton gives the inkling that she knows what he did while they were focused on the top of the steps and the door.
Right.
Is that the one with the glass? Barnes?
No.
Paxton's that's the blonde one.
Yeah. Paxton's
right. The more naive one.
Yeah.
The one that didn't die at Taco Bell.
Geniuses. Right. Both of them are really smart people. And when we get to the part where she starts breaking stuff down, I was like, I did not expect that from this character.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm going with it. It's really good.
Yeah. Genius, but it was even planned. I think that was planned for. I think the matches, like he almost planned for them because
I think he sets up the scenario.
He used it for his analogy with
and
the
not
fire.
A lot of people get through it. And and I think
the ones
as
that
we'll
do,
find out, they do.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead. Sorry.
So they get some matches, right? And then the prophet indeed resurrects. There is the prophet vomits blood. Mr. Reed comes into the basement. thanks the prophet. It's very nonchalant. Leaves like the audience being like, what the
He strikes one of the matches for them that they thought it was going to make a difference, but obviously it didn't. He probably set that up.
And he walks like the prophet upstairs.
Walks her and leads her through a door.
Yeah. He wants their testimony. Like, what did you see?
What did she say?
What did she say? He's writing about it because they witnessed his miracle, and now he needs to like provide the information because they saw it.
But when they both first come down, Paxton's like, her head, she moved. Like, her head wasn't in that
When they
position.
come back down from trying to scream through the doorway.
I mean, under this stressful situation.
And Barnes is like, no, you're not remembering it right. Like,
they
gaslighting her.
They're smart. I mean, they're still seeing all this stuff under the super stressful situation where most people wouldn't even remember 90% of the stuff that happened if they survived.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Reed is just so nonchalant about all of it. Like, you got these girls kidnapped and now in your basement, and they just witnessed this horrific miracle, quote unquote. He's just like, so what'd you see? Tell me everything.
Yeah. Right.
Like, he's just
Constant
his charming
observer,
ass fucking self.
That drink.
Which
that on purpose.
which makes everyone, which is diabolical because he's still throwing out feelers like you're okay. I mean, this is just an experiment and you're going to be fine and you're going to survive. And they're not really buying it, but it's still a little disarming.
My religion gives you something no other religion can. It gives you proof of the resurrection. He's basically setting him up. He's now pitching his religion, right?
Right.
Exactly. They say it's a magic trick. It's not a miracle. It was a near-death experience, not a prophecy. Meaningless hallucinations. Because Barnes brings up her Taco Bell story again and her near-death experience and what she saw.
Almost identical.
And they're like it was identical, and it's hallucinations you have before they bring you back to life. It's not like you're seeing something.
And then
he says something trippy. Well, a couple things that jump in real quick. He says a trippy thing about your memories aren't actually memories. It's the memory of the last time that you remembered something.
Yes.
I'm like,
is that real?
I think it's got to be, right?
know.
Because
I don't know.
I have heard that like every time you go through something, you remember it slightly more and either in your favor and the other way, right? So you change it each time, right? So that's why memory is like if you work at a bank,
gaslighting yourself,
right? If you work at a bank,
false memories.
If you work at a bank and you get robbed, the first thing they train you is don't talk to your coworkers because they're going to convince you that he was wearing a blue shirt and he had a scar on his face, right? Your memory has to be your own, right? So anyway, other thing, he used the match a little bit ago to wave it to do the, it reacts to fire. So once again, he's pointing out there's something different about Barnes. Like she's an NPC, if you will, which we go into.
Which we'll get into because the next thing Barnes says is the code word.
Magic underwear, baby.
And then as soon as she says it, Mr. Reed slits her throat without hesitation.
And it's like, what the hell
where
is going
the fuck
on?
did that come from?
I don't know if you can talk about a blood scene being beautifully shot, but like it hitting her hands and everything. It was good. It was well shot.
It was a PG-13. Yeah. It was well shot.
It was like artfully done, right?
This was the twist because she's built up the whole time as being the main character.
Right. As the badass, just follow me and we're going to get out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
We also heard her bit about the butterfly. I would come back as a butterfly and land right on somebody's finger to let them know that I'm right. So
little foreshadow
we'll talk about that. Yeah. In a little bit.
So this is our next scene. Scene 7 talks about simulation theory, the butterfly dream, simulation theory. Mr. Reed calls Barnes a program, quote unquote, and that she has an implant in her arm, and he digs it out. He cuts her, he fingers it out of her. That's fucking gross.
Gets a vein first.
The vein.
Oh, he's like, oh, that's a vein. My bad.
That makes it at least a 2 or 3 on the gore score. The vein.
Yeah.
Real quick, since there's no girls here, there's no females here. Is it an IUD he dug out of her?
Yeah, that's the IUD is actually called an interuterine device. So like,
oh wait, okay, so that's not the right term.
It is a,
but it's in her arm.
You're right.
And that is where they put it.
That's a real thing, though, right?
Yes, not
lasts for a few years.
Yeah.
IAD,
inner bicep,
IBD,
so
IDK,
but it's something.
IED.
I knew it,
but he knew right away.
But yeah, so I didn't know that he dug a birth control device out of her.
He did.
Okay, so that was what it was, but he was
Correct.
calling it something else, like
Correct.
treating it like it was a computer chip.
It was
or
all.
something.
It was clocked earlier in the. He was
saw
banking.
it. We saw it. Yeah,
He's
the little
banking
scar
that
on her
Paxton
arm.
didn't know what this was.
Why would Paxton need that?
Because
or Barnes.
I
We're
think
talking about
I
Barnes.
think she has a history before the church, right? And I
Right.
think she has struggled with the true religion too. That's how they connected. That's how she and Neil connected, was like they got each other a little bit. They both had a similar journey figuring out what is real. So I think this is the closest thing that she's had that's real. When he's questioning things, you can see it on her face that like she's had those same doubts.
Yeah.
Right. So I think she's had a history before, right?
Yeah.
A promiscuous history.
Yeah, this is where Paxton then debates some of Mr. Reed's bullshit, thinks that the bodies of the prophets were switched, which was we talked about when they were at the, you knew that we would go to the top of the steps when the doorbell rang, and then that's when you came and switched the body out with somebody else. You know, the original prophet person is dead.
She has two Columbo
so
moments.
there's a
in this one.
trap door under the table, and then he's like, well, if
she's
I did
like,
that, then there must be a body down there. And of course, there's a fucking body down there.
Well, the only way to know
And then
is to go down there.
fucking goes down there.
And once again, the house just keeps getting deeper and deeper in the hallways.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's all a set up experiment by him.
Right.
And you can tell that it's his. Obviously, he's a psychopath.
Yeah.
Right.
And she's complicit.
No, he's
because
a psychopath.
She knows
He's a
at
nice
this
guy.
point the only way out is through.
Right.
From
He said Robert Frost, and she said no,
Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. Yeah. Yeah, from Swamp Thing.
Great movie.
Yeah. The only way out is through. And then so she goes down and she comes across like a blue door. Is that like the Eye of the Beholder painted on the door?
I think it was
I don't know what that is. Just some.
There were Wiccan and pagan symbols. I think
okay,
there was
yeah.
all kinds of older type beliefs.
Opens it, then there's a red door. She goes through, and then the bike lock is on the final door.
That bike lock is
She has the key in her coat, which was originally in Barnes's coat, but it was her to be able to get there. So
right.
And we
Mr.
get that
Reed,
when we get to
she
his.
figures out Mr. Reed plants it in her coat, even though it was originally in Barnes.
They thought at first, she
It was a mistake.
In her second Columbo moment, she's
Right.
like, "You thought we would think it was a mistake that you put it in the wrong jacket."
Right.
Right.
And then she goes into the area where
all those
he's
ladies
got
are.
women caged, who, like
Yeah,
the
this is scene 8, the final
like a
room.
produce section. It was just spritzing them every once in a while.
Well, I didn't even know what was up with that.
I think maybe
Did you expect this to be in the house?
no.
First watch, I'm like, what are we
yeah,
doing
it just
here?
keeps getting weirder.
It's like Martyrs.
It is like Martyrs, where they find the lady
God.
with the Oculus on.
Actually, I think you should have to drink twice every time you say martyrs. Anytime anyone says martyrs,
Just
that's
finish your
4
glass.
drinks for you.
Right.
Martyrs 6.
So Heretic is like PG-13 Martyrs. Got
Was it
it.
PG-13?
I'm pretty sure Heretic was PG-13.
I think it was R.
Was
But
it?
I don't know for sure
I
because they
think
didn't
it's
drop any F-bombs, and it could be PG-13.
I'm pretty sure it was a PG-13. Oh no, it is an R.
Okay.
It was deep. It was like pretty dark. So I think.
But yeah, there's the gore,
slicing, I
There's a
think.
little gore, but
Little
not a
gore.
ton. But there's no F-bombs and
no nudity.
Yeah, no nudity.
Yeah, there's just a finger cut off, which is
Yeah,
coming
there's
up
a finger
soon,
cut
right?
off.
soft R. Wow. and usually you get like even PG-13, you're allowed 1 F-bomb.
2 if there's no nudity.
Oh, it's
think.
2 if no nudity. Okay. Oh, you're fucking with me.
I think so. No, I think it's something like that. I don't know.
I don't know. Unknowable.
Let's
No,
try it.
PG-13, you get 1 F, and even on TV, like a TVMA show gets like. Well, now there's so much stuff. I think they throw it around crazy.
On TV, they can do whatever they
It
want.
used to be
now.
you got 1. So like Breaking Bad, they were allowed like 1 a season. I remember, and it used to be a big
Better
deal.
use it wisely.
It used to be a big deal, like who got to say it in each season.
It's like the SNL intro. It's a big deal who gets to say it.
Right. But yeah, it used to be like you got like 1, and you
get
like,
1.
make it count. Now they throw that shit around willy nilly. But in
Oh,
PG-13, you get 1. Once there's 2, then it's an R. But there's none in this one, so soft R. Anyway,
Right.
back to the movie. So scene 8 is the final room. Cages. It's cold. There's a mist, like a produce freaking counter. People are under covers in cages. At this
not
point,
even
it's like,
under covers,
what
though.
are
I
we
think
even?
they're just
What
exposed.
did we just
Those-
walk into?
They're exposed.
thin shroud things.
She tries to give one of them her coat to warm her up.
Yep.
And she figures it out. He asks her, what is the one true religion? And she knows it. Control.
It's control.
She's standing there in that room because it's where he wanted her to be standing, not because she
And that's where she drops the bomb about the bike lock key being in her coat, because he knew she would be the one standing there in that room.
Mm-hmm. Also, when she mentions that he came back and his hair was wet, because that's when he must have hid the bicycles, and it's just like that. Like I said, second Columbo moment where she kind of does the reveal.
He goes and he's like clipping one of the prisoner's fingernails,
right?
Like giving her a manicure, but then just cuts a fucking finger off.
He wasn't paying attention. It was an accident.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, he keeps him,
debatable.
He does keep him a little peckish, she said.
Yeah, keeps him peckish. Then finally, I don't think that Mr. Reed counted on Paxton carrying the fucking letter opener
and being willing to use it.
Being willing to use it.
This is what was too on the nose.
Says
yeah, that's what was
the magic word. And without hesitation, she just jabs him right in the windpipe.
They even control.
It was kind of like a glancing through the neck thing.
No,
it was in the middle.
It was right in the middle.
No, it wasn't in the middle.
It was right in the middle.
He was dying.
Because you will hit the spine. She missed it.
That's my nitpick.
Maybe a little,
but it was enough for him to be able to walk around.
Well, sure. when they showed it, it looked like it was right in the middle.
Yeah,
and he could barely talk. And that's one of my nitpicks. Is like, well, how's he still operating?
How's he still? Well, so he wasn't for long. I think we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, he said we even control what you wear underneath your clothes, your magic underwear.
Yes.
Stabs, but that part was the only. You mentioned the two on the nose with the I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I think the double magic underwear was a little. I guess it's a crowd pleasing moment, but
it was a movie that is like, okay, now we're going to give you some satisfaction.
Let's give them something to talk about.
There's going to be a little bit of payback coming, so let's start it up.
So let's say this is now the ending of the film, and let's ask the question before we talk about it. Did this ending stick the landing for you? Yes,
it did. It did for me, because he gets stabbed in the neck and she runs back to get out, and then he comes after her with the box cutter thing.
Yeah, right. He takes the shortcut.
He's about to whack her, and then Barnes comes back with the board and the 3 nails right in the back of the head, and like he's up against the wall bleeding out. No, that was when he was up against the wall bleeding out. And he was like, "Pray for us." Oh, because he had stabbed her.
Right.
He stabbed,
kind of fell on the stairs.
Paxton in the gut. Not a good place to get stabbed. And he falls, she falls, and he's like, "Pray for me. Are you gonna pray for us?" or something like that. And then he's crawling after her. And he's about to get her, and then Barnes comes through with the board with the 3 nails in the back of the head, and he's got
in the front of the head. It actually rips like
it rips across
headshot.
Headshot. Right. So this is where I say almost sticks the landing. Mostly sticks the landing. There was like one wheel went down and then the other one. It wasn't like a smooth landing.
So does she survive? You think?
Does
she die?
That's where we're at right now. There's a couple different splice points where it's like. One theory is that everything, even Sophie Thatcher's character, Barnes getting up and hitting him in the head was a reference to what your brain does the instant you die. The imagination that comes in, and everything after that point is just brain chemistry shit. That's one theory.
Nah,
I don't. I just
no.
I don't like it either.
Went on too long.
Reading into it too much.
This wasn't my theory. That's something I read on. Right. Another theory is that. Barnes saves the day. She gets up, but still dies. Right.
It kind of looks like I couldn't really tell if she lived or died. But that final scene with the butterfly on the hand, she's dead, and she was by herself when she got out. She was
by herself. There was no sign of a storm at all. It was bright daylight.
It was daylight, but there was snow everywhere.
Right.
So there was a storm.
Yeah.
So
you ever see the butterfly in the winter? I haven't.
Not inside, right? But
and I think that's the point of the ending.
I think
is it real?
Is a nod. My interpretation is that's a nod to this is a sign from
beyond. Right.
You're right. This is a sign from beyond. This is how I want it to end. I want her to be safe. I want her to make that phone call after the credits roll and be safe. Right. She earned that.
So the control is that most people will say she did make it to heaven and God was looking out for them and God let her send her a sign.
Mm-hmm.
Where was God when they were at the fucking front door? Hey guys, don't go in there.
Thing.
Yeah.
Where was God at the
That's
Holocaust?
the point of the whole movie, right?
Right. Where was God when your
with
dad
all these
was
kids
going
with
through
cancer?
with
When your dad
blueberry
gets killed,
disease?
Right.
Like all this shit. Like, where's God then? You know?
Yeah, God created blueberry disease, okay?
These people that are like, everything happens for a reason. Oh, get the fuck
hate
out
that.
of here.
That is you might as well say, I have nothing to say to you.
Then
Right,
why
that's
is prayer? Why is prayer important? Are you praying to change God's plans?
That was my favorite line. One of the favorite lines was her bit about, like, I just think it's beautiful that people are thinking about other people while they're suffering, right? Like, I do like that it brings you together and kind of.
So, Randall Cunningham, former Eagles quarterback.
Okay.
I mean, don't laugh.
I'm listening. No, I'm
This-
listening.
No, this series. I remember being younger and hearing about his tragically had a son that drowned.
Okay.
While a family member was watching him or was supposed to be watching him or whatever. And he drowned in like the family pool or whatever, fell in, couldn't swim. And basically his response was like, everything happens for a reason. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Like, no, I do not believe that.
I mean, that's basically
something
like
you
saying
tell
God's
yourself.
just a dick.
Exactly.
God's just
If that's
killing
it-
children
yeah.
to show
If
us
that's
what
his
lesson
plan-
do you
if that's
learn
God's
from
plan,
children
fuck off.
dying? What's the lesson there?
I think it's something that some people take solace in thinking, right? They're like, well,
Right.
I don't see. I
That's
can't
what keeps
question his
religion
plan.
going.
Right. I don't.
Right.
Yeah. Who am I to question God's plan, right?
Anyway,
That's the thing.
now we're getting too heavy, but
anyway.
but so I'm going to go back to the ending.
Let's lighten
This
it up.
ending does not stick the landing for me.
It
This
doesn't-
is so, and I'm taking everything at face value and not thinking about the like, was it real? Was it not? Was it what happens when you die? I'm like, what's her name? Paxton stabs Mr. Reed in the middle of the windpipe. He's done. He's not making it all the way back to the basement to stab her and ask her to pray for them. He's done. You're dead. And then when they get back to the basement,
If
it was
Barnes
a way for
still alive,
Paxton
right?
to reveal some feelings about her, about prayer. Like, it's nice to think of someone besides yourself. That whole thing was going on. The whole time Barnes was alive?
Barely.
But barely. Like
she
had
had her carotid artery slit. You are not alive after,
No.
after all this time.
I
you
think
are
it would
dead.
have been
think
gushing
he
blood
will.
if it had been her carotid
I don't
artery.
think he hit
And
the artery.
But
Maybe
when you
nicked
get
it.
your throat slit,
Right.
it's just like getting stabbed in the windpipe. Like, you're done.
but that's the whole thing. Like, how many stories are there of people getting shot once in the lower left abdomen and dying?
Well, that's
And then I know a person who was stabbed in the chest with a 12-inch butcher
Right.
knife
There's been-
12 times and survived.
There's been people shot.
She's
in the
perfectly
head
fine.
and all that stuff. So
yeah, you're
It's
right.
just-
you're right. There's
it's-
examples of that are exceptions to the
It
rule.
seems
or-
extreme because we haven't personally seen stuff like that, but
yeah. No, you're
I'm past that in my movie horror watching life. Is like, get run over by a truck. Sure, people survive that. Get stabbed in the leg, and then they die. Okay, whatever. Just move on.
get
Let's
buried
the
in a pet
story.
cemetery and you come back. All right.
Right? Yeah.
No.
happens.
So, damn it! I forgot what I was going to say about this.
I do that a lot. Mary hates it. Stop talking over me.
So, all right. So we got you've changed my mind a little bit from no, it doesn't to it does a little bit.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Charlie's a yes. Justin was a little bit. I've moved up from no to a little bit.
That's what I was going to say. Paxton looked at Barnes like that was the first miracle that she had seen.
Yeah.
Right. That was the actual miracle, is her coming back,
Right.
hitting with the board or whatever.
Yeah, with the nails.
Right.
Right.
3 nails, like just very Christ-like. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't catch that, but probably. Look at Mike going, I'm sorry, sir, for questioning you. All right, where are we at? We got some questions.
That's the end of the movie. I just want to hit some of the quotes. Like we talked about, do you wear magic underwear?
Yes, I do.
The South Park musical makes fun of us.
Oh, yeah.
But they like the songs.
Yeah,
Some of the songs are good.
Yeah, Barnes had obviously seen it.
What do you think about he asks, Mr. Reed asked him, how do you feel about polygamy? And it's explained in a way that polygamy is a way to grow their community. Do you think
Right.
that's very...
It's a goalpost move. All religions
Right.
do it. it just like
hey, like just have more wives so you can have more kids, so then more people will join our cult.
I think the theory wasn't it big during like the 40s? Is that what, like when people were going off to war? I think it's like there's less men. You can still grow the community with less men than more women. But
I have no idea. Never heard of that.
Obviously, then Utah was like it couldn't become a state until they disavowed that practice.
And then they got the revelation about it being disavowed.
Right.
Coincidentally,
how come Texas is a state when the age of consent in Texas is like 13.
Dude.
Anyway,
is it?
It's bad. Like
there's a couple of southern states where the age of consent is like 13 or 14.
Well, I grew up in Louisiana, so
just recently
it's probably 12 there.
I think after 2000, Kansas had to vote on the legal marriage age or whatever. They didn't have one, right? So it's like they decided 15.
Oh my god!
I'm like, it was after the year 2000.
Oh my god!
I think,
I think in Nebraska, I'm sure someone is going to be yelling at their car speakers. Listen to it. Like to get married, you had to be 21.
Well, that's too far the other way.
Too far the other way.
If you can serve in our war,
Kansas, Nebraska. I mean, same thing.
Yeah.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Spider-Man.
Voltaire. Right.
So that was the cute stuff that character brought, and I loved every bit of it, right?
Yeah. To go Dune in order to go Oot. Love that. Love that little Canadian little thing in there. How about when Mr. Reed compares the religious figures to Star Wars characters?
Love it.
Charlie, this is up your alley.
Well, I thought you were a big Star Wars guy.
No,
it's the only trilogy, and it is Star Wars.
No, that's not.
I've heard you say that before.
I think that's
when we're talking about Lord of the Rings.
That's because that's a line. That's the line from Clerks too.
Okay.
Oh, where he says, "There's only one trilogy, and it's not Lord of the Rings." Or he's like, no, he says, "There's only one return, and it's not of the king."
It's very.
By dissect to diss. Lord of the
it's
Rings.
very. I mean, it's
I didn't
Christianity.
Catch the Jar Jar. Did Jar Jar die or something?
He didn't, unfortunately.
Right.
The worst character ever, and
Lisa.
then Lucas is like, "Fuck you guys for not liking Jar Jar Binks. I'm bringing him back in the second movie."
I kind of respected it. I respected that
like
more than
the kid, Anakin is made out of midichlorians and immaculate birth, but I mean, even his examples were shortened, abbreviated, kind of. Well, not really, but kind of. And I think she says that. Like, this guy has a fucking bird head.
Yeah.
But his point is legitimate. His point is legitimate.
It's good talking points.
Right.
How about when they're going down the stairs to the basement, and I think it's Paxton turns around and says to Mr. Reed at the top, "Are you coming too?"
Yeah.
And then he just slams the door.
Like Paxton also said, "Thank you for letting us leave."
Yeah.
I was like,
training. Women are trained.
How is he going to make killing us our idea?
Right.
That's frightening.
Yep.
Yeah. I've been wondering how this whole time. That's what she said.
Yeah. Robert Frost, Swamp Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yep.
Smart stuff. It's really smart written.
Yeah.
You gotta learn some things.
I was going to ask, do you guys have, so let's get to some of the questions. Like, do you guys have a favorite below the line actor in this film? I guess for me, it's Topher Grace because he's like barely in it, and I didn't even know he was in it until the credits.
For me, it's the True Prophet.
Just
kidding.
There's only like 5 people in the cast, right? I mean, there's more people in the cast when they get into the kids and people in cages
and all the extras.
Very, very
they had on the street. Yeah.
And those people, but there's not many people in this cast outside of the big three.
That's how it's low budget. It's all set and
$10 million in today's
5 actors.
And to look that nice,
and most of that probably went to
Hugh,
Mickey Blue Eyes, Hugh Grant. I don't know what the fuck. Come on now,
the charming guy.
Which kill was best? After we drink, which kill was best?
Reed.
Has to be.
Yeah, I guess if you're counting that board to the head as the kill.
Stab in the neck, board to the head. It was satisfying. There's some nice, those nails went through his cranium.
The biggest oh shit one was obviously Barnes, though, right?
That was the most surprising.
That was like, whoa, this is taking a twist. They just killed off the main character. Like, is this Game of Thrones we're watching?
They killed the good one, the smart, the
good one, the smart one, the streetwise one, the one who knows what's going on,
the one that has birth control in her arm.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be Mr. Reed. There was some good squelching in that.
I don't call him Mister.
Oh.
He's too big of a jerk.
I just say Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you escape this? Where did our victims go wrong?
They ignored
Through no fault of their own.
Yeah.
Being raised women in the Mormon church, they're, as women in all of our society, are taught to be the caregivers, be polite, be nice, don't make trouble, men are bears. It's easy to be nice to a bear, you'll survive, blah, blah, blah. A man, like if I couldn't be inside there without a man being present, maybe I would have gone in, probably would have gone in, but
Right. So
I would have fought in
Right.
the living room. I would never would have left the living room. I would
exactly.
think.
That's what I was going to say. You make your stand
Now,
in the
bullshit.
living room. Once you figure out that door's not opening, you're not going further into that house.
Right. So you're saying
So-
your house, your front door won't open up. You have no windows to get out. So if there's a fire, you can't get out of this house.
So that
was my thinking. I'm
Then
like,
me
how
and-
does the door just not open?
Right,
and
no.
Then
through
me
the
and
back
Hugh
door.
are fighting with,
What if
with
there's a
whoever I'm
fire?
with.
So that's what
Right.
it's all about. Faith. The movie's all about faith and belief, and
Gotta
he
have
keeps
faith.
getting them,
Right.
even though he keeps making their hurdle higher and higher,
And obviously
Like the
lying to
belief
them the
and
whole
faith.
time.
Right. So
Testing, will they believe?
Will you climb
Am I-
over? Will you climb over this hurdle?
You want to believe it
Right.
that I'm telling you the truth.
Oh,
Are you going
see-
to do it?
You see, that goes into a dungeon. You want to believe? Yeah, you can get out that.
Wouldn't
Sure,
it
you
be
can get
nice
out.
if I could touch your body? Oh, I thought
No,
we
you
were
got to
doing
have
that.
faith. I got you. I like
Yeah.
what you did there.
Thanks.
I see
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you. It's good to be seen. It's crazy to me. Like the oldest horror trope in the book has to be, girl, don't go in there.
Yeah, don't go in there.
And they made a whole movie in 2024 based on the
And I
most
loved
obvious
it.
horror trope, and it's so fucking good. Like to make a don't go in there in 2024 and it worked this well is incrable.
I forgot to mention Hugh Grant
Incredible.
did a heel turn in Dungeons and Dragons as well.
Did
Spoiler
I forget to
alert.
mention that?
I did. It was fun.
Or should I just leave that out because I haven't seen Dungeons and Dragons
You
either?
should. You should.
It's actually not
Kids
as
might
bad
like
as
it.
you would
Yeah,
think it
kids
would
might
be.
like it. It's
Okay.
a little scary.
Do I have to play Dungeons and Dragons to get it? Because I've never played it.
I've never
No.
played Dungeons and Dragons.
I have. It was 80s. Come on now.
I don't mind that you have. My kids do.
D&D and laying seed.
All right. Who is the dumbest character?
Your mom's.
We're gonna insult someone.
No one.
Maybe
Don't go in there.
elder.
No.
Maybe the elder. For not.
The elder
He's
comes
the
back
only dumb
twice.
one.
We didn't mention that. He comes back twice.
He does come
and
back
still
twice,
doesn't save
but
him.
I'd be remiss if I didn't give you this
I didn't-
book,
Yeah.
This pamphlet.
this pamphlet. That's why he came back.
There was no stupid people in this movie, so it has to be him,
The elder.
the elder.
I mean, he's still just going house to house, and I'm
And
sure
he's doing a smart thing.
Hugh
He's
Grant's
backtracking
charming him.
from their last appointment all the way down until he gets to the last person
He
they
did
saw.
notice
And I
that they
think
didn't check the bathroom
when he
that
goes
day.
to the next appointment they had after Hugh Grant, and they say yes, they were here. Then he calls the police, and he has to go back to Hugh Grant.
Yeah, I mean the police would, but
Right.
I mean,
That one couple he asked, they're like, no, they didn't make it. And then he goes to the next one, which was Hugh Grant.
I think it's if they did a prequel to this, I think that's probably happened before.
I'm
I hope they
so
don't.
fucking
Right?
tired
I
of
hope they don't.
prequels.
Right. I think it's
So
perfect to
tired.
leave it alone, even though we don't. It was an ambiguous ending, like a
There's no stupid people in this movie.
except the girls for pants in her.
yeah. Fuck those girls.
But they're extras. They
Girls
don't
are
count.
mean, man. Girls are mean. Girls are so mean. Sorry. Not
All
sorry.
right, what we got?
What's the body count here, guys?
3, 4, 4. No, 3.
3.
Believe it's 3. Oh, I'm sorry. That is not correct. Well, it's ambiguous.
Barnes, Reed, and one
so
prophet, right?
they
Unless
say
we count
It's-
Paxton. Right?
What I'm seeing is one. Okay, so they list Mr. Barnes died of Lou Gehrig's disease off screen.
No.
That doesn't count. Everyone died off screen. A billion.
The prophet died by suicide by eating the blueberry pie.
right.
Blueberry
One.
disease. Yep.
Sister Barnes.
2.
No, why are they
3.
saying that? They say died from E. coli after eating Taco Bell, medically revived.
Well,
that doesn't count.
technically
That
she
doesn't
did.
count.
Technically she
Okay.
did.
Then they're also saying her again, having bled out after having a part of her throat slit with the box cutter. So they're
Well,
calling.
then
they're saying
technically-
the prophet, then Sister Barnes, then Mr. Reed,
Maybe
That's it.
Paxton.
and then maybe Paxton. So I'm gonna say it's
But
three, with 4 being ambiguous.
I mean, if we're gonna count,
you're
the
not gonna
Taco
count
Bell-
Sister Barnes 3 times.
No.
it would have to be 3 times for Barnes.
Yeah, I'm not counting.
No.
If you count the Taco Bell, the throat slash, and then the
No.
inevitable last death.
Succumbing to her wounds for a second time. Get out of here, kill count wiki. So I'm saying it's 3, possibly 4, depending on the
I'm saying
ambiguous
3
ending.
because I
3,
think she
and we
made
don't
it.
know
I think
about
she made
4,
it.
so 3.
She was still upright.
I
when
think she made
saw
it.
The
She got
butterfly. You know, she's lost a lot of blood. Her mind's doing crazy shit. She saw a butterfly.
Nah, she's good.
She's good.
Yeah. We got, after body count, the gore score. What are you guys giving
Okay,
this for
so
a gore score?
do we count vomit
It's
as
very
gory?
wet. There's blood vomit.
Yeah.
There's stabbing. There's throat slashing.
Yeah.
Gross
There's
ass pie eating.
There's a
cut
finger
off.
snipped off.
There's a vein hooked.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's digging. There's fingering someone's bicep.
4, 5.
There's
4 or
a
5.
box cutter to the gut.
I go 6. I mean, stabbing
that's
is
high.
horrible.
That's high.
Stabbing is bad. Slicing, I'm going 6 for me.
I mean, are we counting what she did to that pie? It was gross.
Yeah, I'm counting it.
All right, 4 or 5 for me. I'll go 5. I'll talk myself up to 5.
I'm thinking 4. I can't go up to 6.
We'll go 5 in the middle.
You want to go 5?
We'll go 5.
Do we want to look at other things we've recently done to see if we need to
Nah,
adjust
I think we're
on
good.
that? Or you think we're good
This
at 5?
I think this was before the pod, but this is definitely I'm gonna say this was the headiest film we've reviewed. I don't know about if you guys agree or not, but as far as well written script and everything, I'm gonna say this was probably the best made of the bunch. I mean, it's tough because the thing was awesome for other reasons, and
Right.
but like as far as dialogue and just capture like a camera on somebody's face for 5 straight minutes or whatever.
And like you said, you're watching this at in an hour and 50, and you're not like, this is too long.
No, exactly. Is this movie gorier than Scream?
Yes.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
No, because when
Oh,
they're
well,
stabbing
just-
each other in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Stabbing and breaking
Scream we
bones.
gave a 5.
I'm going
That's why I'm thinking this is like a 4. 4
I'm
and a
gonna
half.
give my seat to Atticus right now. Actually, maybe he can pick up on the same mic.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
We'll see what happens.
Move that around.
Yeah, I think that
Pennsylvania.
can I be heard now? Am I all good?
No, you can't.
Oh, crap.
Ever.
Are we picking him up? Because I can't. He's too close to me. I can't hear him through the headphones.
No, I can hear him. You're good,
Okay.
Atticus. Anyway, so where are we at? Gore score. Is this gorier than Scream? No. Is this gorier than Bram Stoker's Dracula? Maybe. We gave
I'm
that
gonna
a
give that a
5.
maybe.
I don't think it's gorier than Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I think it's
either.
on par. It's a different type of gory.
I didn't watch Dracula, so I don't know. So
Trust
You'd
me.
like certain parts of it.
I know what that
Goddamn.
means.
So I mean, I if we give it a 5, okay, but I definitely can't go higher than that.
Yeah, I'll settle on.
I almost
5.
want to say 4.5, but if we want to say 5, I'll go 5.
5.
It's just a podcast.
It's a 5.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 shakes, 55
Doing
cokes.
something.
Let me through. Let me through.
All right. Atticus, before we get to fun facts and our horror hall of fame, what are your thoughts on Heretic? Atticus is our resident young person who's now joining us on the pod as he usually does. I feel like you haven't been on in a little while.
Well,
1 episode, 2
I
episodes.
don't know, like 2 episodes. You know, I'm a busy guy. Hard to get me on the phone.
Got shit to
Christ.
do.
Yeah.
I got stuff.
Yeah, you got a jerk for a boss who makes you work too much. I know.
So this is my number 1 horror movie.
Number 1.
This is
Heretic is
number
Wait
1.
a minute. Has it always been?
So the first time I watched this, it's changed my opinion. So like the first time I watched it, it was already a number 1.
Really?
So Scream has always been a number, like, so Scream is like franchise wise, number 1, but like single movie, this is my single handed.
So outside of a franchise then. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought Scream was your number 1 and like Cabin in the Woods was like number 2, right?
Yeah, like roughly.
Yeah.
Roughly around there.
And yeah, I did not know this was up there. Okay.
Yeah, this is on my Mount Rush.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think I said it before, but like it's like this, Heretic, Scream, Quiet Place, Cabin in the Woods.
Quiet Place, that was the other one.
Yeah.
I thought Saw was up there for some reason for you.
Because it's on yours?
No, that one's not on my Mount Rushmore.
Probably on my sister's.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. All right. So this is on your Mount Rushmore then.
Yeah.
Why do you have it so high?
So I used to not really like psychological.
Is it the charming Hugh Grant?
Like Hugh
Probably
Grant is
drank.
amazing in this film. He is by far, like, I would say the carrying part. Like, he's what carries this film to where it is. Probably
He really is amazing in this.
I think he was number one, but the women in this movie really carried their own weight.
Yeah.
This was not we're just going to tag along, see how Hugh makes everything good. This is like.
Justin just came
Atticus
back
was just saying that
we were asking
Hugh
Atticus
Grant was the star of the show.
that Hugh
And he
Grant was the
I
driving
agree,
force, and
but
we asked him why this is on his Mount Rushmore and why he loves it so much, and Hugh Grant's a big reason for it. And I agree. I want to see Hugh Grant now do like a Tarantino movie. Like I don't watch like rom-coms. I have not seen the ones he's been in. I want to see Hugh Grant like continue to go off book and do like crazy shit.
I'm for that.
Yeah, I feel like in my mind, no one else could play this role. I feel like this.
I
role,
agree.
Like Hugh Grant just did such a good job that I don't think anyone could have played it.
I mean, there's other charming actors that can
Maybe Clooney.
that can command
Clooney?
that can have a
Bryan
commanding
Cranston?
presence.
Who?
Cranston, maybe?
No.
Yeah,
Ham?
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Hamm? I think John Hamm.
Oh my god,
No.
yeah. They all could.
Clooney.
They all could. But
Clooney
Hugh
and
Grant
Hugh.
did so good at this.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. Like John Hamm could do it, but I mean
It wouldn't be
there's a lot of
good.
people that could do it, but it's like it's great that Hugh Grant can do it when he's so used to being seen as one certain thing.
Right.
Those other guys we're talking about have already veered out of their
Right.
lane to do other stuff outside the box.
I don't think John Hamm could have been as disarming with some of the mistakes he was making, right? Like the blueberries disease wouldn't have come out the same.
True.
Or the improv where he mentioned his favorite.
You're right about that.
And that's where Hugh is like,
Right. He's
even,
kind of perfect,
like I
right?
said, Clooney, but he would not have been
He was
as
not
disarming
threatening,
and
right.
charming as Hugh Grant.
What improv? I didn't hear about the improv.
So you guys can't pick me up, but I'll. So there was a couple of improv scenes where he was talking about Monopoly and he's like, everybody's got their favorite character. I won't tell you what mine is. And he goes, meow, meow. Improv.
Oh, that was improv?
Nice.
Oh,
That was
Wait,
good.
there's not a cat in Monopoly. There's a dog.
No, there's a cat.
No.
No.
There's a car.
All right, Google.
There's a
Carry
car,
on.
top hat, shoe, ship, dog.
And cat.
No, there's no,
There's
cat.
a cat.
There's no. I'm going to find out right now. Y'all
It's
just
the-
keep going.
There's a
Top
noose
hat?
and a knife
Oh, Jesus.
and
Christ.
a gun.
no lead pipe.
Top hat, shoe, dog, car, ship.
And cat.
There's not a cat.
There's no cat.
What's the sixth one? There's not a train.
Tokens in Monopoly are the guy on the horse,
The guy on the
the
horse.
cannon, the iron,
The
wheelbarrow, the car, the thimble, the ship, the shoe, the top hat, and the dog.
There's way more than I thought. Yeah, there's no cat.
There's
I
no
knew
cat.
There's no cat.
Man,
But that's way more tokens than I remember.
Maybe there's
But-
newer like Monopolies.
No.
Well, there are like 80 versions of
Yeah.
it now.
He's a classic Monopoly guy.
Bob Ross Monopoly.
Then why would he meow?
He got it wrong.
Shrek
it
2
worked, though.
Monopoly. Martyrs Monopoly.
When he went meow, I wasn't like, oh, that's not right. There's no meow. There's no cat token.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It did like go over my head, and then as soon as you brought it up, I'm like, wait, there's no cat.
Anyway, where are we?
Anywho.
Cats.
Oh yeah, we brought Atticus in right before we get to a couple of the fun facts, which there wasn't many I could find, but most of them we talked about. Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East were raised Mormon. They could speak well about the religion, but they're no longer practicing Mormons. Hugh Grant, he did an interview about not wanting to be typecast anymore, and that's why Scott Beck and Brian Woods, after hearing this, wrote this part with him in mind, pitched it to him. The address of the house is 237, which is the same room that Danny is not to enter in The Shining. So there's that. Do you guys know any practicing Mormons or ex-Mormons? Or
I knew
I think
one
my
practicing.
my old piano teacher was a Mormon.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my son's Logan's friends was a Mormon, and his family were Mormons.
I've known a few Mormons in my day. The good thing, I've never met like an angry Mormon. They always seem nice.
True.
That
Yeah.
might be part of the motto. And I'm like, hey, whatever they're doing, I don't need to understand what you do, but you're making some nice people.
I had a friend who was Mormon, and her family, I mean, they're all really nice people and great, but they weren't practicing Mormons. But I heard about some of the stuff. So sometimes they would try to like abide by, but they'd also like drink alcohol. I remember as a Ravens fan, and he's a popular guy, but Todd Heath, former Ravens tight end, was Mormon. And I mean, he's still a fan favorite. Everyone loves him. He's in the Ring of Honor, but he's a guy that he missed a lot of games due to injury. And I think a lot of people attributed that to like, well, he doesn't take painkillers. And in the NFL, like people would get Toradol shots just to like get through 3 hours of getting your brain beat in.
Fentanyl patches.
And he's like, nope, not taking that. I'm out this game. Like, he's like, keep those medications away from me. So like, doesn't take Advil, doesn't take Aleve, doesn't take Tylenol. Definitely wouldn't put a needle in his knee to be able to make it through a 3-hour game, like, numb his leg up or whatever. So
Sean Bradley,
was he Mormon too?
Mm-hmm. He had to do like fulfill his.
Is he the biggest Mormon ever?
Yes,
literally, because he's 7'7".
Wasn't Jim McMahon, BYU grad, Bears Super Bowl winning quarterback, Mormon as well?
I guess if you go to BYU, are you automatically Mormon? There's no like scholarships for Christians.
There are.
Is there?
Yeah, it's a.
Well, I do know that there was a basketball player that went to BYU, I want to say 7 or 8, 9 years ago, kicked off the basketball team because they caught him having sex.
There you go.
And they're like, nope, can't do that. You're out.
Worst recruiting ever.
Right? I know. And then what was the other one? Steve Young is actually like related to Brigham Young of Brigham Young, BYU.
Of the Brigham Young massacres?
No, Brigham Young, BYU University, named him Brigham Young.
Right.
But Steve Young is like, Brigham Young is his like great grandfather or something.
Did you not learn this from the Book of Mormon, the musical, like the South Park stuff? Yeah, pay attention, man.
Anywho, so those are just some of the fun facts. Anything else about Mormonism, guys?
No.
All right. Horror Hall of Fame. Is the directors here Hall of Famers, Scott Beck and Brian Woods?
No.
Not yet, I think, but we'll see if they stay in this lane. I mean, at least as a duo, they're putting stuff out. And the fact that they've got writing credits on A Quiet Place and
Haunt.
You like Haunt. I mean, they're in this lane, but yeah, not yet. Not yet. As much as we like this movie.
And if I'm a voting member on this, I don't know if I can forgive him for 65. So
you really don't like 65, do you?
What was 65?
Dinosaurs.
Adam Driver.
Oh, it was such a good concept and they ruined it. It was so
I'll have
good.
to see it. I like Adam Driver a lot. I'll have to check it out
You're
even
not
if you
wrong.
didn't like it.
Well,
Logan Lucky is amazing. I love Logan Lucky.
for
Did you
example,
just say cauliflower to me?
65 was an action movie and I fell asleep. So
That sucks. Hard to make a dinosaur movie, probably, if it's not titled Jurassic Park. Just
yeah.
gonna say.
Land of the Lost. Checkmate.
How about mortal villain here, our killer? Is
No.
Mr. Reed a Hall of Famer?
I don't think he would be recognizable. I like the character, but I wouldn't recognize him.
I kind of would think I would insult Hugh Grant.
Yeah, he was a great puppet master in this, but yeah, I don't think it's enough.
No.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think it's enough, but as much as we love the performance, it's not Hall of Fame level. Our protagonists, Barnes and or Paxton, Hall of Fame worthy?
They're so good, but
I
no.
loved them both, but I'm with
Yeah.
Charlie. Sounds like
Yeah.
he's reluctantly saying,
Yeah, I mean, it's a light horror.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Paxton figures it out, but she's still fucked, you know?
Right. And Barnes gives us
Barnes
some Columbo.
eats it, man.
Oh, yeah. Paxton gives us the Columbo moment. But Barnes does her own little Columbo moments. And
Yeah. But no, not
I
Hall
think
of Fame, though.
without Barnes kind of saying, let's push back. Let's not go along with what he wants. That's what he's expecting. I think that kind of gave her the shot in the arm that she needed. But anyway, yeah, not Hall of Fame. We got some props though.
Movie props. Let's nominate our movie props for the Hall of Fame. Any
blueberry candle.
The blueberry candle. I was gonna say the model house.
The model house for
Model House
sure.
is what I was gonna say.
How about the letter opener?
No.
No.
I don't know if the letter opener is recognizable, but you can go on
Bob Ross Monopoly.
Yeah, you can go on A24's website right now and order a blueberry candle. It's actually on back order. But yeah, I've been trying to get one for a while, but yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
So the blueberry candle to you is the pieces puzzle to me.
Yes.
Okay. What about it's not Hall of Fame worthy, but I wonder if there's a copy of the Landlord game out there. I like games.
Probably on eBay.
I kind of want that game after seeing this. I wonder if that's out there somewhere still.
Of the four of us at the table, Mike is the biggest board game guy at the table, just for background, guys. He has played.
Am I?
You've played so many.
You guys play.
I've played a lot of board games too.
I'm talking. Okay, how about the ones that take 2 hours to set up? That type of board game, that's Mike's jam.
I like Scythe. That is my jam.
Like what?
Scythe.
So good.
No.
It's like a 40-pound.
The box is like 25 pounds.
Oh.
It's heavy. Yeah.
Every
time I tell it, it's like
175 pounds.
Me and Mary Marie and another couple friends of ours did the, what do you call it, legacy game version of Scythe, where it's like 8 chapters. So we got together 8 times to do a chapter each time, and by like the 6th chapter, Mary Marie was like, "Are we fucking done?" Like,
what about the Cones of
hating
Dunshire?
life. Yeah, it's like that. It's like yeah, she's just kind of like, "I'm not gonna win. I don't want to play anymore." I'm like, "We got 2 more chapters." She's like, "Jesus fucking Christ."
That sounds really fun.
And it's so cool because you can just the replayability.
Going, you win.
The replayability is there. You can do it again. You can choose your own adventure. You can play with airships or not. You can leave that expansion pack out if you want. Like it's fun. It's a good time. We can do it.
No,
Mary Marie's probably out, but
this episode brought to you by
us 4. Never mind the fact that it takes like 45 minutes to set up the game before you even start playing.
Before you set it up, it says watch this 40-minute video. No shit. There's a video for you to watch before you even try to read the book.
There is, and it helps, but it doesn't tell you to watch that. But if you try to set this up without going to YouTube, you're not going to set it up right.
So it's strongly recommended.
It's strongly recommended, yes.
Out.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts on Heretic?
No, I think we've covered
Amazing
everything.
movie. 5 out of 5. This is one of the
5 out of 5? Yeah, all right. 5 out of 5 stars. Charlie, you think, would you give it at the beginning? I said 7 out of 10. Justin said 9.
I said 8, I think, maybe.
8, 7, 8, 9.
out of 10.
That's why 6 was afraid of 7.
That's right.
I was
7,
waiting
8,
for
9.
it.
No, I thought that's why 10 was afraid of 7, because 7, 8, 9, and 10 is the next one in line.
Right.
Both of them are afraid of 7.
Both.
Bofa?
Both of these.
All right.
Both of these?
Hero.
Nobody's nuts.
Our next host is Justin. Justin, are you ready with your pick?
I am ready with my pick. I took a page out of Mike's book, and Mike kind of
Martyrs the remake.
Yes.
Here we go.
No, he brought up why he chose a movie recently, Chopping Mall. And I was like, you know what? I need to do a fun, shorter one that we can kind of just have a little bit of fun with, and it's not going to be 2.5 hours. So I chose Demon Knight. Tales from the Crypt presents
Tales from the Crypt.
It's a good one.
Demon Knight. Billy effing Zane, guys.
Billy fucking Zane.
In his best. So
Right.
This is one that I think my son would like a lot. So no comment otherwise, but
Yippee.
yeah, so that's what I picked.
Do you know what Tales from the Crypt is?
No idea.
No idea.
Raise him wrong.
No, you're not. But you should seek it out. You should seek it out. What's it on? We talked about
Get
it, I
Out,
think,
like,
before. It's not like on HBO.
the psychological
It was an
one?
HBO show, but it's not on HBO.
So we actually own the movie Demon Knight, so I will have a wait. But how did you find it? It was a Prime $2.99 type of thing.
Something like that. I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
What is Get
We'll
Out?
figure
Like
out where to find
the
it.
psychological film, like Get Out.
Huh?
Oh,
No,
well, I thought
Tales
I
from the
heard
Crypt.
there's something in there called Get Out.
No, where are you getting Get Out from? Who said Get Out?
I think Mike said you should seek it out.
Seek it out.
Seek it out. Yes, seek it out.
Oh, seek it out.
Well, yeah, you should see Get Out if you haven't, but you should also seek out Tales from the Crypt, the television program.
Seek it out.
It's like that game where you have a card, like where you have to read it and they have to figure out what you're trying to say.
Right. All right. So Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight by Justin. Will be our next film that we're going to review.
It may bring down my aggregate score with the fans, but
who knows?
Such a good one.
It's
I'm
a
going to have
good
to
one.
watch it. I haven't seen this one. I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah, it's a first time watch from Mike. I'm so excited.
I mean, Tales from the Crypt was something that I saw when I was like, when it was in syndication. I did not get to see it on HBO in all its glory with the blood and the guts and the boobs and the curse words. But they took the HBO show and put it on like Fox at like 12:30 in the morning, cut down from 40 minutes to 29. And that's where I got to see Tales from the Crypt. And, when you're like 12.
Yeah.
So that's where I got to see it. But so, yeah, I'm going to have to check this one out. I'm going to have to peep this.
Peep it, yo.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to the All Guts So Gory podcast. If you like what we do here, best thing you can do for us is rate and review wherever you get your podcasts. Justin is motioning because he wants to say one more thing.
No, I was wondering if you were going to say anything to Nicole again.
Yeah.
Well, can you let me
Happy
finish?
birthday. Thanks.
I script out the closing so I don't miss anything important.
Makes one of us.
Jeez. Anyway, if you listen on Spotify, make sure you follow us so that you don't miss your favorite horror movies being broken down by us. Follow us on Instagram at allgutssogorypod. Drop us some fan mail in the link of all of our show notes if you have a movie request or something you want us to talk about. Not sure if we'll have a mini episode coming out this Thursday, but check out Demon Knight next week. For Justin, for Charlie, for Atticus, happy birthday, Nicole. This is All Guts So Gory. This was Heretic. Andy, take us home.
This is the end, friend.